All right, folks, we're back live. SF Comic Book Company. We got a lot of shit to talk about. A bunch of shit. Welcome. We're all just in back black. It's a mourning period for everyone. Man, that cold open went dark quick, man. Sorry. All right. We're trying to be a little more positive. We're going to talk about some death this weekend. Welcome back to SF Company Hour, our weekly show here at the SF Comic Book Co. Number 63 out of, how many we say, Rick? 150? Then we'll both, kill each other at that point, right?
I don't know. That's gonna be the itchy and scratchy episode, bro.
It's definitely a limited series, right? It's definitely a limited series. Are we gonna go, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, Fantastic Four run? Are we gonna go, Savage Dragon? We gonna go Spawn? How many issues we gonna go? We'll see. Ongoing or until not. So welcome back, Davis. How you doing?
Pretty good. Good to be back.
Yeah, you got some fun stuff to show off today. I can't wait to get to that. That's gonna be some fun shenanigans. All right, we're talking about shenanigans. We're gonna do some shenanigans. So speaking of shenanigans, the Juananigans, Juancho Medina, comedian extraordinaire, host of the Saturday Milk Bar Hot Toddy comedy extravaganza, Mr. Juan Medina. How you doing?
I'm doing well, buddy. How's my audio? How's my video?
We can see you, so that's kind of a problem. But,
Well, yeah, that is a problem. I have to look at myself in the mirror every morning, man. You gotta imagine what it's like for me.
Aw, the handsome Juan Medina.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, welcome back. How you doing, man?
Dude, just happy to be here. Look forward to talk to Rick and Davis, and you're here, so whatever.
That banter, see that clever banter, that back and forth. Speaking of back and forth banter, the maximum, the effortist, the graciness, the rickiest, all the adjectives. What's going on, Rick? How you doing?
Doing good.
Good. Hey, I'm good. Hey, I'm good. Hey, I'm doing good over here. All right, how you feeling? Feeling good? Feeling ready?
Feeling good. Here we go. It's the opening bell.
Get in there. Come on, Rock.
Ding, ding.
All right. So let's get all the depressing shit out of the way before we start talking fun stuff. There's a lot of shit, a lot of deaths this week. We just said Hal Holbrook died today. So I guess we'll talk about him. Hal Holbrook, he's in a bunch of shit. I guess he's more known as for being in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going through, he's just basically done everything. A lot of TV, a lot of that. So just a quick thought on him, because I definitely want to talk about Screech and Cloris Leachman a little more. But anybody got any thoughts on Hal Holbrook?
Yeah.
I
loved him in Into the Wild. He's the wise old man that kind of guides the Alex McCandless, I think, or it's Christopher McCandless. I can't remember the character's name. He's a real life guy, but kind of guided him on that journey. So if you've seen the movie, it's pretty phenomenal, and the book is really good too. I read that years ago. But his character is amazing. I think he was nominated for that role, actually, or maybe he won. I can't remember exactly. It was several years ago.
Yeah, he did win an Oscar, right? I believe he did. Actually, I know some Emmys. He looks like he played a lot of historical dramas, Lincoln, and he played in a lot of George Washington biopics. He did it around the time he was that perfect look and age for a lot of those movies. The Fog, he was great in The Fog. That's probably my most memorable of his. Really, Juan, you got any Hal Holbrook thoughts, memories, or anything?
He was a handsome old woman. I'm looking at his photo. I'm looking at his photos right now, man. Beautiful. He looks familiar. Man, I got to be honest. Obviously, rest in peace and respect. And he looks super familiar, but unfortunately, I don't think I am highbrow enough to, or connected enough to appreciate any of his particular works. But yeah, You know, he played Mark Twain, channeled Mark Twain, lived till 95. I mean, that's just two pretty good accomplishments. If I ever do one of those two things, I think I would say I lived a great life. You know, so
Yeah. Rick.
Dude, well, I remember him from a whole bunch of shit. Like, I remember, first of all, I remember him from Creep Show. He was part of the with the creature in the crate. I think it was the final story in the first Creep Show. You know, just tell it to call you Billy. He was the guy who was getting ripped on the whole time by Adrian Barbeau in that story. Then he was Mark Twain. You guys touched on Mark Twain. He was also he was like a menacing bad guy because I don't know. Have you guys seen The Firm? It was like a John Grisham novel that they brought up. It's a Tom Cruise movie, but he was like one of the bad guys that, like, for the law firm, just anything to fucking shut people up, just like get it done. Fucking had hitmen on the staff. You know, like Chris Tucker, the evil old guy. I didn't expect Hal Holbrook. He's just he was a good actor, man. He was fucking hell. Like, I didn't get to see a lot of his shit in the Sons of Anarchy. I still a little bit behind, but yeah, he's in a lot of movies, man.
Yeah,
the one I remember him from Magnum Force from the Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah. He's just one of those actors. Like, he's been in like so much shit, and like you'll see him like, oh shit, he's in this. Oh yeah, he's in the. Yeah, he was in a lot of shit, man. So R.I.P. Hal Holbrook. Hey, he was Deep Throat, man. Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I say I mistaked him for Cloris Leachman. I thought they were the same person. So,
they might have like crossed spectrums at one point. Yeah.
Am I gonna get in trouble? Is there someone like from the Cloris Leachman estate that's watching tonight? Are they gonna?
Oh yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. Yeah. They're monitoring
Definitely.
all online activity for Cloris Leachman. All right, so since Juan brought it up, let's jump to Cloris Leachman, man. I love Cloris Leachman, man. She's definitely one of the like all-time great comedic actresses, man. She's just so funny. Like she looking at her IMDb, it was insane how many things she's done. Like from the like early on, man. Just like all through the 50s, all through the 60s, just all these characters, man. Every time she showed up, she was always charming, always great. You know, Young Frankenstein, man. She was amazing in that, and just all the sitcoms she would appear in. Like one of my favorites, this was later in her career, but Raising Hope. She was awesome as Raising Hope. Playing Mama. She was great. I loved her. Like, just kind of, she still had it. She still had that comedic timing. Just being at that at age, she didn't lose a step, man. She's still getting laughs at that age, man. She's always been charming. Always a great. Always seemed like a genuine, funny, nice person, man. It's definitely R.I.P. to Cloris Leachman. So Davis, any Cloris Leachman standouts for you?
Well, the main one that I love her in is like she's the crazy old grandma in she's the crazy old grandma in a lot of things, but Bad Santa, she's always like, "You want me to make you some sandwiches?" I love that part. But dude, last week I watched History of the World Part 1.
Yes.
And then also I listened to a People Under the Stairs album, and Double K from People Under the Stairs just passed away. He's a pretty prolific rapper, if y'all are familiar with them, out of LA. But yeah, so I feel like I've been, as I watch these people are just dying from things I'm observing. It's sad. So
yeah, man, it's just like a fucking one after the other. It's like it's fucking. It's been rough, man. It's been a rough fucking few weeks, man. Like, goddamn. Yeah, but Juan, any Cloris Leachman's the woman. Okay, just
okay.
To be clear. Yeah, it's yeah.
He wasn't recognize. I definitely recognize her face. She's someone that when I saw her, extremely recognizable. I think I unfortunately haven't watched any of the films or shows that she's been on recently enough to have a super definitive moment. But I can tell you that every time I saw her face, I was like, oh, it's going to be good. She just which is I imagine what you want when you're a professional actor or performer, right? You want people to already be confident that you're going to deliver, and she never let me down. I just, I don't want to be disingenuous and be like and jump on her bandwagon, jump on the Cloris Leachman band. But she,
that's that's a point too. Like everybody like romanticizes certain people. Like certain people, I have a connection with. Some people like, oh man, that sucks that they died, but I have no like ties to their work. I have no emotional attachment to work, but it still sucks when anybody passes on. But yeah, she definitely had an effect on me, man. She was all over TV like in the 70s and 80s, like watching a lot of reruns from that time. She was Wonder Woman's mom in the Wonder Woman TV show, like I think in the pilot episode. And of course, Mary Tyler Moore, and that was like one of her big roles. And she was such a babe back then too, man. She was still pretty hot even later on. Rick, what's your any
dude?
memories?
Just too
So
much.
many.
Anything with like Mel Brooks, but the one that like just like tripped me out because it was like the most like the recent one that I think we saw maybe in like the past 15 years was fucking Beer Fest, where she came out as the fucking grandma, dude, and how she just fucking started like grabbing the sausage and you're like, oh, let me warm that up for you, and then she just starts warming it up and all the guys are just looking at her like, what the fuck? And he goes, I like to sleep with a little warm sausage and then before I go to bed. I was like, what? Dude, she's great every time. And then she hit you with the whole Mark of the Horse story was great.
Yeah, and she would do anything. She was like always down to like play whatever role they would, whatever comedic role they needed. And just looking at some of her voice acting, man, she was just in like The Simpsons, was it Adventure Time? She just so many things, like so many like
The Croods.
The Croods. Just man, it's just crazy. Like even in the last like 20 years, her just IMDb is like insane right now.
She was always busy, man.
Yeah, it's great, man. She was definitely one of the goats of the comedic world for a long time. Let's see, what was that? Mike. Yeah, Mike. What's up, Mike? Cloris was great on the Mary. Yeah, she was great, man. I remember that. I think that's probably one of the first things I remember seeing her. Watching those reruns back in the day, seeing her on there. She was definitely charming, very sweet on that show. Hilarious on that show. She was definitely one of the best characters on that show. It's a great show, period, Mary Tyler Moore, if you ever get a chance to. That's the one thing good about WandaVision, man. It's getting people like to go back and watch some of these old sitcoms that they kind of pull from. So that's one of the good things. All right. Yeah, man. So R.I.P. Cloris Leachman. And so this is devastating. Like just the last few days, man. Jesus, it's been pretty crazy the last few days. So we got Dustin Screech Diamond, passed away of stage 4 lung cancer. Pretty rough. We kind of it's very complicated history with Screech. He's kind of a few years ago he wrote a tell-all book. He kind of alienated the rest of the Saved by the Bell cast, and so and he was doing all kinds of crazy weird shit, getting arrested, doing porn, doing this, that, whatever, just doing drugs and just all over the place. But Screech as a kid, man, he was just that nerdy kid on Saved by the Bell. Nerdy kids, us nerdy kids definitely related. Most wanted to be Zach Morris, but most of us were Screech. Just that awkward teen, just not getting the girl, and just kind of just. But he had awesome friends. He was a great part of that show. He definitely was part of that. What made Saved by the Bell a great show. You can look back and say it doesn't hold up, whatever. But as a kid, man, that was one of my favorite shows, man. I love watching Saved by the Bell. And he was definitely one of the best parts of that show. Seeing him pass away, stage 4 lung cancer, man, that's got to be rough, man. And it sucks too, because Saved by the Bell's getting this big revival. You got this big new TV show, and who's to say at some point they could amend fences and got Screech on there? Because the one thing missing, if you're gonna do Saved by the Bell, it's not Saved by the Bell if you don't have Screech. So that's why I kind of haven't watched any of the show. I haven't heard good things about the show, anyways, but. Not having Screech on there, he's probably the heart of that show, of Saved by the Bell back in the day, and he just kind of, he brought them, they were all kind of over the top guys, over the top characters, but Screech was definitely the heart and core of that show for sure. Juan, were you a big Saved by the Bell fan back in the day?
Of course, man. I used to watch Saved by the Bell when it was on Saturday mornings.
Yeah,
which is right. That's how you know you were watching when it first came out, right? And,
yeah. After cartoons, man. Yeah, Saved by the Bell would pop up.
Miss Bliss.
It was so weird, right? I remember Miss Bliss, and then Zach's black friend that disappeared after the first season. Remember him? I think his name. He might have been Puerto Rican. I mean, might have been Afro Latino, but whatever. The point is, dude, Screech was fantastic, man. Like, when I found out how they were treating him, it just seemed really cruel. The guy was a sweetheart on camera. He really brought, like you said, heart, warmth. He was funny, not in what he said, but like his situations. A lot of what it kind of involved him was really funny. I thought it was fun the way he dressed. He was quirky. He had the Jufro, not Jufro-ish at least. Jufro adjacent. I just thought he was cool, man. I thought, like, I know they said he was the nerd, but to me, I was just like, he was really bright. Every scene he was in, he just brought a lightness to it, a kindness to it. You felt like he was really a good friend. Like the dynamic with some of those with the other cast was kind of trying to hook up. They're competing against each other. But with Screech, you always need to count on him. Screech was always going to be your buddy. He was always going to, be on your side. And so, yeah, it really fucked me up when he did the porno, when Dustin Diamond took the porno.
You ever see the interview he did on Howard Stern? And he's talking about.
I did see it.
His huge dick. He has he has a huge dick, and he.
I feel like I heard mixed things. I feel like I heard on some interview that he had a huge one. I heard other ones he had a small one. I don't know.
Well, you gotta go to the tape, I guess.
I'll never know because I'll never watch that porno. Until tonight.
I can't remember. Yeah, it's like watching Mr. Rogers do a porno. You can't.
No. It's like
Don't take the cardigan off.
Never. Oh no! I told you, you have to change your shoes when you come in. You have to change.
Come
your
in
shoes.
what? You dirty boy.
God, you
Exactly.
Oh,
wow. But Dustin Diamond, I'm sorry that he went through so much, turmoil after Saved by the Bell. Maybe even during, it's sad that child actor had to experience so much, and definitely some of my happiest moments were watching him on Saved by the Bell. So rest in peace to a Jufro king.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man. Davis, how about you, man? Any Saved by the Bell memories for you?
I think one thing, since you guys have summed up pretty well his character, he was the heart of the show, definitely, when you look back on it. I remember he had like a robot, and they didn't talk about that a whole lot. Like, this one kid has a robot. Like, why is that not brought up more, Like,
you should be in MIT right now.
Weird to me.
What is he doing? Like hanging out with these assholes at fucking the Max? Build rocket ships and shit. I think that's what they explained on the new TV show too. He's like in space right now on like the space station or some shit. So that's why explained his absence.
Really?
So, at least they didn't like say, oh, like he did, was all fucked up or anything. At least they made him. Oh, he's smart. He's like doing some like smart man shit. So yeah. Any standout Screech moments for you, Davis?
I always loved the moments between him and Lisa Turtle. I thought they were just hilarious. I mean, he was persistent and just I don't know. I can't remember. I think there's like an episode or two where they went out on dates, but I don't think anything really ever happens between them. But he just had this undying crush for her, and that was kind of endearing of him, and I saw a bit of myself in him back in the day. So
yeah, we all been there, man. We all been there. Yeah, man.
That's why we're here talking about comics and things that are not reality.
Oh man, he didn't really have like too much like too much of a film career outside of out of Saved by the Bell. That was pretty much what he's known for. But he did so he was a child actor. He did some stuff like later in life. But for the most part, he did he did a kids movie back there. Kind of him being a friend. Which one was that, Rick?
Thank you for being a friend. I'm not sure. I didn't even know he did a movie.
He was in Big Top Pee Wee. He was a child in Big Top Pee Wee.
He was a child in Big Top Pee Wee.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, when he was one of the old people who got switched after eating the hot dog.
Yeah.
He was in Big Money Rustlers, the ICP film.
No.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely not doing a lot of good things. After Saved by the Bell, just like a bunch of Saved by the Bell stuff, and like your videos out, Rick. If you don't realize, yeah, he did a lot of he did a lot of like.
Oh, my videos.
Yeah, your videos. So yeah, no, it's Yeah, no, he was great, man. I loved his character back then, man. Yeah, even I didn't watch too much of the new class and all that stuff, and like all the other I actually dug the college years. I thought that was actually a fun sequel series. Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, there goes Rick. Oh no, we lost Rick.
My audio has improved dramatically all of a sudden.
He's connecting. He's connecting.
I'm trying to figure out why that is. It's Rick.
So we got a couple chats. R.I.P. Marilyn Manson. Yeah, definitely R.I.P. Marilyn Manson's career. Fuck that guy. Yeah. It's one thing you want to wait and see what the more but when all these people come out and tell you can kind of tell he's an asshole already. But fuck that guy. That's the only time
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, no one's shocked. But yeah, fuck that. He looks like a creep anyways. Fuck that guy.
Shout out to Evan Rachel because she's phenomenal.
Yeah, she's awesome, man.
Yeah, she's great job on Westworld.
How would you what a fucking monster would put his hands on that fucking treasure of a person? Fucking asshole.
What I was curious about with though, I read about this. So there were some articles maybe a year or so ago. Did a trial just happened, or why did this just explode in the last day or so? Because this has been going on for a long time.
The right person tweeted it. Right person posted it. I guess I don't know. Yeah. A lot of this shit. Probably a lot of this shit's in court papers, and the right person found it and fucking posted it.
He had a trial a year ago, though. I remember hearing about it, and it's fucked up.
By the way, real quick, someone pointed out Dustin was born in San Jose. That's why I was reading his bio. He's from San Jose. That's great.
I remember reading that. Yeah, that's cool. Local boy, man. Yeah, R.I.P. man, Screech, man. That's it's good. It's definitely a childhood figure. Let's see. I can totally see the attraction to Screech or Dustin.
Screeched his porno. It says Dustin has sex with 2 women, and then you've got him with the double guns up in the profile. Isn't that nice?
Oh man,
I know. They showed. I think they showed a clip or something of it on the Howard Stern show. It's like him is in a hot tub with 2 women.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember him complaining about his penis though. He was like, "Oh yeah, when I go to the bathroom to use the urinal, sometimes my dick falls in the water and shit." Like, all these guys are calling, like, "Shut the fuck up, dude!" Like shut the fuck. No one wants to hear your issues with your small penis, your huge penis. Like, come on, bro. All right. Speaking of huge penises, is Rick back? Let's see. Rick, technical. Rick, you back? Rick.
Wasn't
got him.
Okay. So it was like Zach was supposed to be with
Kelly Kapowski.
Fucking
Slater
was supposed to with what's her name? Jesse Spano.
Zach was a slut though. Zach tried to bang all of them at some point, man.
He did. He pretty much succeeded.
Yeah. And all the episodes, the most heartbreaking episode. The most heartbreaking episode when fucking Zach was trying to bang Lisa Turtle, man. Screech was ready to kill him, man. That was the most heartbreaking episode. And you got, and of course, Screech was the bigger guy. I was like, all right, go ahead. You're my best friend. You know how much I love this girl, but yeah, go ahead.
You could have brought that robot out.
Yeah.
Brought that robot out and ended him.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Fucking Screech, man. Yeah, man. It's a rough week, man. A lot of, man. Rick's having a rough week right now. What the hell? Why is Rick not coming on? Let's see. All right. We're having technical difficulties with Mr. Maximum Effort Grayson. Hopefully he'll show up soon. Let's see. All right. Well, the show must go on, I guess. Hopefully we'll jump on in a second. Let's see. What do we want to talk about here? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about. Sorry. Let's talk about this first look at the Shin Ultraman. Do you guys watch this trailer at all?
Dude.
Oh, there he goes. Wait, hold on. There he goes. He's on. Rick?
We almost got Alex to come in.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex will be on. No audio.
Ray, are you messing with him? Is this you?
You know what? It sounds like me. It sounds like something I would do for sure. Right. There you go. Yay! Rick's back. Yeah, you there? What did Phil D do?
I don't know. He fucking was walking over.
Just Phil D fucking with the wires.
You guys could have got Alex, but the thing is, I still would have probably showed up before he got here. So.
Yeah, he'll show up for next week's show. Yeah. All right, Rick, you're back. We're about to jump in this Shin Ultraman stuff. Do you have any final words about Dustin Diamond before we move on?
Yeah, dude, R.I.P. Screech, man. One thing I liked about him is like he was always that good little buddy. Like Dan had that one homeless dude, Zach had him. It's always like a pair. It's like a Jay and Silent Bob. It was always Zach and Screech, and that was cool, man. It was like he was like one of the best second bananas out there. So, R.I.P. to one of the best second bananas out there, definitely.
Rick, you're number one here.
I'm a Nightwing. It's okay. I'm not a Robin.
Fat Man and Lightwing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into this
tag team names.
Tag team back again. All right, so we're talking about the Shin Ultraman. Of course, Shin. These are the same guys who made the Shin Godzilla film that came out a couple of years ago. Which
Hamburger Jaw.
Hamburger Jaw. I have some issues with that movie. Some of the Godzilla stuff. We kind of talked about this last week, but it's definitely well made. So the same team is bringing back Ultraman. Shin in Japanese is basically resurrection. So Ultraman Resurrection. So we got this movie coming out in 2021. Kind of an update. It's almost the same thing. Kind of updating the facts. Kind of updating the look of it. It's kind of a quick little trailer. So Davis, did you check out this at all?
I did watch the trailer. I'll be honest. My knowledge of Ultraman is pretty small. I recognize the character and everything, and I was watching the trailer, and I don't know. I thought the way they filmed it was pretty cool. There's a few shots that I was like, "Whoa, that was pretty interesting," and the cinematography I liked. And then the giant monster popped up, and I was like, "I don't know how well these are animated," but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Definitely like there's some. They do definitely try to take a serious approach. Definitely with the Shin Godzilla. Like the problem I had with the film was it just felt like you're watching Boardroom, the movie. But some of the Godzilla stuff it was kind of interesting. So, we were talking last week too. Like Ultraman is definitely like a hole in my kaiju fandom. I'm like not, I know of the character. I've seen some of the episodes, but I haven't done like a deep dive on Ultraman, which I definitely should. It seems really up my alley. I always like the look of the character. I always like the kaiju. And Rick pointed out last week. Oh no, actually Hondo pointed out last week that the same guy who created Godzilla created Ultraman. So that was a pretty cool fact. So Juan, did you watch this at all? So a quick little 30-second.
Yeah. Before I've known about. He's had a newish.
Your audio's kind of going in and out. Juan.
Video's going out. How is it right now? Good now.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, go.
Okay,
start again.
Start again. So,
end scene. Well,
don't
worry, we'll edit that out. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I've been, I like Ultraman. Like I said, I believe he has a newish series that's available on Netflix. He had another series that was out like in like the late '90s, maybe, right? And it was on like I don't know, like Fox or something. It's pretty good, and yeah, I'm familiar with the character, so. It's great. It seems like maybe they're trying to set him up for like an even bigger, like, battle royale for the monsters. Maybe that's what's that's going to be even next. Godzilla, King Kong, Ultraman, all of them. Maybe they're all going to bash it out or something.
Different companies.
So
I don't know if it would actually happen.
You don't think so? Okay, well, him and Godzilla could definitely happen again, right? I think they've had a few fights. No.
No, it was some other character for the Godzilla.
Yeah, it's a Godzilla looking character. Like it's a Godzilla, but it has like the Jurassic Park, like that little dinosaur with the little fin. So it's like a
interesting,
Godzilla.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's cool, I guess, right? Some people can't handle the King of the Monsters being a big lizard. It's got to be a humanoid-looking character, right? That's what it is, right?
Kaiju appropriation, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Effort, what'd you think of this, man?
Dude, it looked cool. I'm not sure on the design. He looks hella slim.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. He does look super slim. Yeah, I didn't call you slim. No, but he looks a little slimmer. It looks cool. I'm glad that they're bringing him back. It's good time. just like a few years back, it was a good time to be a comic fan, and still is. But it's a good day to be fucking like a big monster movie fan and shit, because they're the bigger the better. Bring out more. He beats the shit out of things. I just want to see how many fucking things he's going to be fighting, because it's kind of like watching like a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fight at the end, but with the guys not in those clunky ass suits. Just imagine how it would flow. It looks pretty sick, dude. I'm hoping for good things. I love Ultraman, dude. He's pretty dope.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back and like kind of do a deep dive on some. What was the one you were talking about last week? That Ultraman Great Battle.
The Great Battle. Yeah,
yeah,
the Great Battle. I'm not sure. Great Battle Royal. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to look up maybe some of the best of the Ultraman. Maybe look at some of that stuff. There's a good Marvel comic. I guess they have the rights to them right now. Out right now. I think they're on issue 3, I believe.
Marvel has the rights to it.
Yeah, they have the rights to them right now. So yeah, they actually put out Arthur Adams has been doing the covers too. The covers look amazing. They're really cool. Arthur Adams Ultraman covers. I think Hondo gave me one of the covers. I should have pulled one out, but whatever. Yeah, no, I'm interested. I've always been curious about the character. I've always liked the look of the character. So yeah, more of the Ultraman. Hopefully some of these older things can be easier to find, and I would definitely want to do a deep dive on some of this Ultraman stuff. So yeah, definitely. I just want to see Ultraman versus Jet Jaguar, man. That's the ultimate fight right there. So someday we'll see what happens. So speaking of giant,
that art's pretty badass. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, right. All right. Yeah. So speaking of giant kaiju, giant monsters, this wasn't on the docket, but we'll talk about it real quick. So it looks like Cloverfield, the 2008's Cloverfield is going to have a sequel, a true sequel. They had like some set in like a Cloverfield kind of universe thing. With the Cloverfield Lane, which was 10 Cloverfield Lane, which actually was
Cloverfield Lane and the Cloverfield Paradox,
which I heard was horrible, so I never actually watched. Yeah. So looks like a Bad Robot is producing this again. It looks like it's going to be penned by Joe Barton, writer of The Ritual and Girl Haji, and I guess he's recently named the showrunner of the new Gotham show on HBO. So this is coming back. It's not going to be a found footage. It looks like it's going to be more of a linear kind of movie, which I'm totally down for because the found footage thing is over. And I wasn't a big fan of the found footage in that movie. I thought those characters were so annoying. I was rooting for the monster the whole time. But I did love the monster stuff. I did love the kaiju stuff when they actually showed the monster doing stuff. I thought the design was unique and kind of cool. Very J.J. Abrams-ish because he has that kind of like aesthetic for those kind of monsters. But I would love to see like kind of just exploring the origin of this creature. Kind of like I would love to see him fighting some other things too. So definitely, if they can do some cool shit with this creature and this universe, whatever. So yeah, Juan, what do you think of Cloverfield having a sequel to the first movie?
I love it. I think Cloverfield's dope, man. Super weird, super creepy. I like how they expanded on the concept of how a kaiju can function. I'm into it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the marketing too for the first one. Like they didn't really tell you what this movie was. They kind of showed these tidbits, and at one point I think people thought it was a Voltron movie or some shit. Like I remember like the speculation when the first trailer came out. They were like, "Oh, it's a lion," and somebody like shouted that in the trailer. So people like speculated it was a Voltron thing. It was like so secretive. I love the marketing around the movie before it came out. It was very very clever marketing for the time. Davis, any thoughts on the Cloverfield sequel coming up?
I just saw the headline. I haven't read much on it, but I mean, I saw the other movies. I will probably see that. I liked Cloverfield back when it came out. I realized that's probably the first thing I've seen Lizzie Kaplan in, and she's one of the main characters in it, I think. Yeah. And T.J. Miller is apparently in it too. I don't remember him being in it. It's been a long time since I've seen.
You don't remember him?
I think he's filming.
He's HUD. He's the guy filming.
He's the guy who's filming the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is HUD, which is a pretty clever in-game gamer insight right there. But he was. It was a fun movie, but I wasn't a fan of the human characters at all. But
is it being developed for like the last one was through Netflix, I think. Is it through them, or are they doing a movie theater thing? If they can do movie theaters?
I think this is gonna be a movie thing, man. Yeah, it doesn't say anything like about a streaming service or anything. Yeah,
And Paramount, it's going to be a Paramount thing, but I wonder if it's going to go straight to their or it's going to be streaming on their service now that they're going to be coming out in March. So
yeah,
So
I don't
we need
I,
another streaming service. Great.
yeah, well, if they,
I think actually, I think theirs is something else that's going to be turned into Paramount. I think it's CBS All Access.
yeah, CBS is merging with Paramount.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be Paramount
what it is.
Plus. Paramount.
Hey Ray, what real quick? What's up with this resurgence in kaiju interest, man? It's like all of a sudden everything, all these big monsters. Like what's going on?
The nerds are in charge. Juan.
Yeah.
The nerds are in charge.
I don't know, it's hard. It's always been like on the cusp. Like somebody tries to like bring it back every few years. Like you had Pacific Rim, Cloverfield. It just I think it's just the right time. The right people at the right age. You want some big monsters. And I see a lot of kids like when I go to comic shops or toy stores or shit. They love Godzilla. It's just one of those things, those generational things, man. Like people people love giant monsters, like giant dinosaurs and shit. So I think I don't know. It hit the right moment where people love this like destruction, these monsters battling. It just seems like a fun thing at the time. So I love it because it's we're getting a bunch of cool monster movies. But there's always been like monster movies in the background. But definitely now with the Godzilla coming, the Kong Godzilla, and we got all this shit kind of emerging from giant monsters, man. It's definitely a great time to be a kaiju fan for sure. But it's the right time, right?
I didn't see it on the list, but did you hear about the new Netflix Pacific Rim anime series?
I heard about that. Yeah. And there's been talk about Pacific Rim possibly tying into the Kong Godzilla MonsterVerse thing too, because they're all under Legendary, the same production company. So that there's always been talk about maybe at some point having like some big epic crossover with all of them. Which like Pacific Rim was fine. I like the kaiju stuff. I haven't seen the second one.
It's cool. It's all right.
Yeah,
nothing big.
Yeah, the kaiju stuff is fine. The robot designs are not great, but I don't know. They were fine for what they were, but I'm not a huge Pacific Rim guy. All right, let's see. Rick, what do you think about this one?
All right, so I like the idea of it because I did like Cloverfield. I don't mind the found footage, especially. It's pretty much what we'd be going through, like running. Like if we were living through our own fucking kaiju attack here. I'm sorry, but we wouldn't get to see all the kaiju action. We'd have to be dealing with all the fucking debris and all the shit coming at us. So it's kind of like a different kind of perspective from the way they're seeing it, which is cool. But if they're gonna do a proper movie and it's not gonna be found footage, god damn it, show the goddamn monster.
Yeah,
and show them often. And I want fucking armies like deploying to destroy these things. What did they say that there were like multiple monsters in other cities? Was that the thing last time? Or was it just New York? Or
yeah, I think it was just New York.
All right, I want New York fucking quarantined armies fucking descending fucking helicopters.
Too late, man. That's already real life.
Yeah, I want it all. But I just want to see fucking like they're gonna blow up the big bad monster and shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to see fucking husbands crying with wives or kids missing their parents. We get that shit. It happens. I want to see fucking monster madness on the screen.
Monster mash, if you will. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I definitely want to see like some kind of origin of the creature, like how the creature came to be, and definitely I want to see some other monsters set in that universe. But we'll see. It could be a fun little thing. I want to see some giant monsters on the big screen. So hopefully this actually comes to the big screen. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about. I guess this is just kind of like a little blurb. This is it's John Carpenter came out. He had an interview with the Daily Beast. So he said, given the right opportunity, he was willing to come back to directing. He hasn't directed a movie. I think The Ward was the last thing he directed. I actually have it on DVD. I haven't watched it because I hear it's not great. So Carpenter was quoted saying, "I'm working on a couple things, but I'm not doing anything for a while until the world comes back and rights itself. It's insane now. It's nuts. I'm not going to go out there and get sick," which is that should be a motto for everyone. He's more into the music thing, which if you haven't seen his concert film, John Carpenter's Concertville. Rick, me, and Hondo checked him out at the Fox Theater a few years ago. I seen it again at the Warfield. Amazing. It's on Blu-ray if you want to check it out. I think you can find it on his website. It's one of the best, not just a best film concert I've ever been to. It's just one of the best concerts I've ever been to. It's fucking amazing. Definitely check it out. He's a great musician. He does all the music for his movies. It's just great seeing the movies in the background while he's playing the music live. It's a great experience. One of the best experience I ever had doing that. So he's really into doing his music right now. Which is awesome. But I would love to see him come back and kind of direct something. Would you want to see him direct something new or something like a sequel to one of his older movies, Davis? What would you want to see from Carpenter if he actually does come back and direct something?
I mean, if you're talking sequels, I think a They Live sequel would be pretty easy to do these days.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want a sequel to that movie just because I love that movie now. It's just awesome the way it is and everything. I don't think it needs to have anything added on to it. But another movie means more music from him too. So there's a soundtrack he's no doubt gonna do, I'm sure. I was actually listening to an old episode of Song Exploder, this podcast earlier, and they interviewed him on redoing the Halloween theme and everything, because all his music he does with his son Cody, and I think they said it's his godson does a lot of the arranging too.
Oh, really?
And,
he works with his wife too on some shit too. I think his wife has something to do with it too.
It's a lovely family horror, activity, I guess. But yeah, I'd like to see an original property though. There is enough reboots and sequels and shit constantly coming out. I'd rather have, especially from his mind, I'd rather have an original property.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I would rather see him do something original. If he's going to go the sequel route, the only movie he needs to do a sequel to is Escape. Escape from with Kurt Russell. Do Escape from Planet Earth. They were planning. I think they were planning that after Escape from LA.
That was supposed to be Escape, the Ghost of Mars.
Ghost of Mars was supposed to be Ghost of Mars. So I want him to see
Escape from Mars.
I want to see him do a big budget last fucking Snake Plissken movie. Kurt Russell. Old man Kurt Russell, man, just kind of escaping Earth and banging aliens and shit and playing some weird sport to fucking finish off the end. I definitely want to see that. Well, what about you, Juan? What do you want to see from the great John Carpenter? Do you want to see him come back?
I want to. Yeah, of course. What do you think? I fucking want him to get sick.
I don't know, man. I don't know you, man.
I
want him to come back. I mean, for me, I agree with Davis. Davis kind of broke my heart because I would love to see They Live since, obviously, but he's right. The movie is perfect on its own. It wraps up everything, so it doesn't really need anything. Roddy Piper is no longer with us, so
yeah.
It'd be John Cena
but I could
or
definitely,
The Rock.
Of course.
Well, I think
I'd rather have John Cena and then The Rock. Actually, if they were going to.
I agree, and I think They Live lends itself the most easily to a series, like a short series. Kind of do you remember that show V? It was on in the 80s, but good. You know what I mean?
Lizard people eating rats on fucking your TV.
Something like that. But to get to the point, I'm sorry, Rick. To get to the point, what I would love to see.
Davis, Davis broke your heart. Now you broke Rick's heart, man. It's a circle of life.
I would love to see a sequel to Thing, a real sequel. And I remember, there was a story floating around where, they can't do it now, but it was the two main characters they're going to explain their aging because of, frostbite, but I don't need that. I would just love to see what happened. Did the Thing actually get away? What is its real intent? Because there's a short story, I'm sure you've all read it, right? Where it says the real thing is it's intelligent. It just wants to get away from people. And there's evidence in the film that indicates that, right? It was trying to build the spacecraft. I doubt it was trying to build a spacecraft to get to North America. I think it wanted to get away from Earth. But that's neither here or there. That's neither here nor there. I think Davis disagrees. I think Davis has some good fan fiction that he probably could share with us. But I would love to. I think The Thing. I just love it. I love that film. I love it so much. I even now I want to take shitty. Even the film that they made, the other one. You know?
Oh, the from perspective of the Swedes, right? Like the other side. Yeah.
It's a prequel to the John Carpenter movie.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
But uses CGI instead of practical effects,
which is fucking horrible.
Is it?
Which
Is the
they really messed
plot
up
any
throughout the
good
ball.
or anything? I haven't seen it.
The plot's all right.
It's okay, actually. It's okay until you see the CGI.
Yeah, the CGI kind of fucks it up because the thing has some of the best practical effects ever in any fucking movie, dude. So fucking good. Yeah. So, yeah.
And they did film with the original, that one, the prequel with practical effects, but then they decided at the last minute to go with the 3D. So
ruined.
The CGI.
Ruined.
But
would you want to see if they do a thing? Would you want to see the two? Not to spoil what happens at the end of the thing, but the two characters. Would you want to see them come back?
I would love to. I would, and I think I'd love to hear the complexity of the creature. You know, maybe it's more complex than we think. It's not just some hungry, devouring thing, but sentient and I think it'd be great. It'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. I got a couple chats here. Let's see, Lori, I concur about the John Carpenter concerts. Thanks, Ray, for letting me borrow it. Thanks, Lori, for sending it back to me. That was awesome. It's such a great concert.
I remember you texting me about that. And you were like, "Do you have my DVD still?" And I was like, "No, I gave it back, dude."
It was I had 3 or 4 suspects, man. I had it was you, Rick, Lori, and so you were yeah, we're one of the prime suspects. I who has this fucking thing? So yeah, I'm glad I figured.
I'll pirate that shit.
Yeah, whatever. You still have some of my movies. Yeah, you do. Effects? Where do you watch effects?
That's the only one I got. The only one I got.
Big Leo 415. V was good. I like V, man. V was cool back in the day. Man. Yeah, V was cool, man.
Hey, there were some great scenes. Don't get me wrong, but overall, it's maybe I should rewatch it. I watched it as a child, but definitely, the skin peeled off. It was cool, but I think that I like David Icke books better. I think David Icke did V better. If you know who David Icke is. I don't know if you know who that is.
Let's not go down that road, man. Jay's channel. What's up? What's up, Jay's channel?
Hey.
Let's see. Alurb. Hundo. Mad props to Fox Theater box office lady. I asked her for good seats for the John Carpenter concert, and she sold me the best seats ever. Yeah, we had some pretty dope seats for that show, man. Yeah, we had a nice little tier right there. We had it was a great experience, man.
You had leg room.
Yeah, you had leg room. Yeah, everybody get some leg room, tall ass bastards, man. So no, it was definitely a great experience, man. Yeah, the Fox Theater is amazing too, man. That's probably one of my favorite theaters in the city, man. It's just a beautiful fucking place.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, once everything opens up, if you ever get a chance, go to the Fox Theater, man. Definitely one of the classiest, nicest looking venues, man, for sure. Thanks to Hundo for hooking that up, man. You were on Rick's good side for at least a year after that, but yeah, that went south quick. So Rick, what do you want to see, man? You want to see a sequel? You want to see something new from him? Or what do you want to see, man?
I would like to see something new, but at the same time, I do want to see a sequel, and I want a sequel to fucking Big Trouble Little China.
That was my next one. Yep.
That above anything else is like one of the movies I'd like to see. Snake Plissken and stuff like that. It's cool. He's a fucking badass. But fucking Jack Burton is just such the wrong guy at the right place kind of dude, man. And he's got the perfect saying for every situation, which is great. I'd want to see fucking that movie, dude. I want to see what happens afterward. We were left on a fucking cliffhanger and shit. Come on, give me your best shot, and then the fucking monster comes out. What happens? Does he give him his best shot? Does he fucking jackknife the fucking the truck to kill the monster? I want to know, dude. Jack Burton's sick. Is Wang still alive? Did he marry the girl with green eyes? Was it all for fucking nothing? I mean, up with Gracie Law. I do a lot of questions in that universe, and it's sick because it all revolves around Jack Burton. I want to see the Storms come back, that they can be reincarnated. It'd be sick.
But I'm down with that, man. I probably actually you changed my mind, Rick. I want to see Escape a Big Trouble Little China. And make sure you keep Rock away from it. I don't want to see the Rock.
Who would you? I want to see Kurt Russell come back to be Jack Burton.
I want to see his. You could bring his son in, Wyatt Russell, as Jack Burton's son.
Does he look like him?
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's great. He's gonna play he's playing U.S. agent in the new Falcon Winter Soldier.
Really, I didn't hear that.
Oh, it's that kid, the guy from 22 Jump Street or 21 Jump Street. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe he's just like not as badass as his dad. You could do some plot where he's just not as cool as his dad. His dad's trying to like fucking, just like he's not, he's trying to big him up. They're both trying to do their horrible John Wayne impressions. Yeah, so.
You got to be Jack Burton, son. What's wrong with you?
That's what Jack Burton. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was him just doing a John Wayne impression for like the longest time. I didn't put two and two together. Like, oh, he's doing John Wayne. Okay, now I get it. That makes sense.
Give me your best shot.
He's like Christian Slater in every movie trying to copy Jack Nicholson. So yeah, I'm down. I'm excited. I would love to see him. He's still a young man. He's still shit went out, and I don't want him leaving on the ward. I want him to actually do something like epic and badass. So I'm down for John Carpenter coming back at some point. So, Lori, who would you cast in Big Trouble in Little China? Yeah, White Russell. You guys have any cast you would throw in there as to be like either the new Jack Burton or his sidekick, his new sidekick? Anybody you guys have in mind for that?
I'd love to see Wang come back.
Yeah, I kind of want to see all the original guys come back.
Just imagine the Dragons of the Blackpool. It's still going. Like fucking Wang's the owner now. Fucking the restaurant's fucking thriving.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing somebody like a reincarnated dude like James what's his name?
Lopan,
like a reincarnated. Maybe you see some origin of Lopan. Like you got a flashback.
Young Lopan. That'd be sick.
Get a young Lopan. You see like some like maybe some time travel shenanigans or something. You see like his origin like from like long time ago, whatever. Like see, I wouldn't mind seeing something like that.
Release the demon. That'd be fucking.
Or the sons of both characters team up.
No. 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 You can have one of them with the father and son thing, but I don't want this. The next generation is gonna carry the franchise. No.
They call years.
No. That's Hollywood talking. Lori, you know better.
All right. But hey, man, I would love to see John Carpenter do something. But if he's happy just doing like whatever makes him happy at this point, he's giving me so many great classics, so many great movies. He doesn't owe us a damn thing. So if he's up for it, he wants to do a movie, great. If he doesn't, he wants to play music and do concerts, I'm down with that too. So whatever John Carpenter wants. Juancho, you're blessed. All right.
Thank you.
So let's go on to the next one. So it looks like we got Wakanda Forever. We got a new Disney Plus. They're shitting out these Disney Plus shows, man. So it looks like we're having a series. There's not really much to talk about, but Ryan Coogler is going to be. Looks like he's going to be like one of the head guys on this. They haven't really said what the plot is going to be. They haven't really told us like what is this going to be like set in present day? Is this going to be whatever it is? It hasn't really told anything. There's really not much to say about this. But are you guys excited about a Wakanda Forever, Wakanda Forever TV show, Davis? And like, what do you want to? Do you want to see anything special from this show at all? You just want? What do you think of this?
Well, my thoughts immediately are if that's going to be if they're going to not do Black Panther 2 and do the series kind of skate around the fact that he's not around anymore, do what they can. And I don't know, there's a lot of different ways I can go, but I definitely, from the first movie, I'd like to see more with M'Baku. I thought he's pretty awesome, and I'd like to see more of his character coming in. And Shuri was badass, and Denai, and they're all amazing actors, and so I have high hopes for it, definitely. I think it'll, I don't know, probably tie everything very well and hopefully round out, kind of as a tribute to them. And I don't know, there's a lot of different ways it can go. Yeah,
it's interesting. Yeah, you kind of see like different tribes, different perspectives. Yeah, maybe just like, kind of like what life is in Wakanda, like how life is. It looks like it's really just kind of like a futuristic, but still like tradition in the past. So there's definitely a lot of things you can play with. Juan, anything you want to see from this show, man? Anything you're interested about in Wakanda Forever?
I think it's great. Put all the cast of Black Panther was fantastic. The world was fantastic. I think that they're gonna give us a new Black Panther. I think they just want us maybe they want to be respectful and wait a while, but they're gonna do it, and
they
so
have to.
yeah, if this is to tide people over, and out of all the worlds, I think this was the one that felt the most fleshed out. I mean, that I remember from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I was like, man, there's a lot of characters, a lot of color. Even like the parts of Wakanda, every different like kingdom or area. Like, this is dope, man. You can really like just spend time in every area, and get to learn its mythology, and so I'm definitely into learning its mythology for sure.
Rick, what about you, man? Anything you particularly want to see from Wakanda? Anything you want to see from this show at all?
First question is: are they dumping Black Panther 2 to do this show?
No, Black Panther.
This is something different.
Yes, it's gonna be a side quest.
Too.
It's gonna be a side quest.
Well, no, I mean, you can see like Wakanda look badass every time they were coming up to it, so it's gonna be pretty sick. Anything having to do with it, I want like he was talking like I want to see the things with all the tribes. What was Daniel Kaluuya's character name?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I want to, because it looked like his tribe was like there were the riders, kind of like they were all riding. So it looks like all the tribes are definitely like, because Wakanda has like a large
Wakabi.
Wakabi. Oh, Wakabi. There you go.
What's Wakabi with you, man?
So Wakanda is like, it has giant, snowy peak mountains. It has, lush rainforest. I don't know if it has desert or anything. It looks like it has like savannas from like the flashback sequence or the dream sequence that T'Challa has. But there's like tribes, to each part of Wakanda. So I want to see like every like stories from there. Like not all. I don't know what is Wakanda, that major city that we were saying. What's the name of that city? Is it Wakanda City or something, or is that all of Wakanda?
You know what I think is going to happen? You remember how the movie this series is all going to take place in Oakland?
Oh, that's what I would hope.
That's an interesting. Yeah.
I would. Oh my God, I would hope so. I love. That's one of the reasons I really love Black Panther, that they brought it to Oakland and they made it a Bay Area hero, and that's awesome too.
Yeah, you can kind of go back and forth from like the Wakandan embassy to like Wakanda, and kind of like things that tie in, and kind of like shit's affecting us here is affecting them there, and you could definitely have like some ties. It's an interesting take for sure.
Vibranium will be at the core of it all, though. That's going to be the cool part.
Yeah,
the technology.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, Lori. LOL, I was testing you, Rick. Don't test Rick, man. Don't fucking fuck with those cages, man.
Come from Alex.
I've learned my lesson many times. Don't fucking
push
Rick.
buttons.
You might get bit. Michael B. Jordan as Black Panther.
I've been championing that one, man.
I'm totally down.
I'm totally down with that, Leo.
I think that's the best logical choice for Black Panther. Just have him. He survived, or pull him from another universe, whatever.
Multiverse.
But have him as a new Black. I think that would be the most logical step for them to make Michael B. Jordan as new Black Panther. I think a lot of cool stories can come out of that for sure. And bring back Lupita. Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Has she been signed for another movie for that? Because now there's no love interest for for T'Challa. So.
Well, she could do more than just be a love interest, Rick. Come on, man.
No, I'm sure, but it's like, maybe she not for Black Panther 2, but for the Wakanda Forever show, she'd be perfect.
Maybe we can do like a kind of like, well, in like Black Panther, they did kind of the spy stuff. Like it was almost James Bond-esque kind of. So maybe they can do like a kind of a spy series set in Wakanda. Them, kind of like Wakanda agents out there, dealing with some shit. Wakanda, like trying to find missing vibranium or some shit. Like that's their mission. All this, there's a lot of missing vibranium out there, and it could be like a cool like James Bond Wakanda kind of spy thriller, whatever. Get Michonne in there or something.
Does Wakanda have like their own thing, kind of like Sword or Shield?
They have their guard. Their special.
Okay, so that's their. Their division. Okay.
Yeah. It could be cool. I'm excited for all this Disney Plus stuff. It's pretty exciting. They're going to just shit out content for the next fucking 20 years, so we're pretty much covered for topics for a long time. So that's great. So all right, but first, before we go any further, of course, we got to do the standard. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Share with your friends. If you have nerd friends, they love talking shit about comics and toys and movies and TV shows and all this crap. Let them know about it and share it if you want to do it. But subscribe, like, all that crap they ask you to do. Like the video helps with the algorithm, and if you're watching the replay, comment, share some of your thoughts. We always answer questions, whatever. We don't know everything, but we know a lot. Damn it, we know too much sometimes for our own good. All right, so we're jumping to this next one real quick. So this had a little update earlier today, but this news dropped a few days ago that George Clooney is talking about making a Buck Rogers TV reboot. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. I loved this show as a kid. I was a big fan of the show. What was the little robot's name, Rick?
Tweaky.
Tweaky. I love Tweaky. Beady, 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 beady. That was fucking so cool.
Come on, Buck.
He had a weird a bob cut for a fucking robot. But it was a fun TV show back in the day. So it looks like he's come. He wants to do a TV show, a prestige limited series, and it's gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be penned by Brian K. Vaughan. So right now that the intention is to lead into a feature film as well as, of course, an anime, because everybody's doing an anime spinoff of their tales. So Buck Rogers was first created by Philip Francis Nolan in 1928 in an issue of Amazing Stories. So a lot of people know it from the TV show Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. That's pretty much what was developed by Battlestar Galactica's Glenn A. Larson. It was a fun TV show back in the day. I was a big fan. So he looks like we've got an update. The family, Buck Rogers apparently is in the public domain, but it looks like his estate has put a C&D, a cease and desist on this movie. So it looks like this is from Deadline Hollywood. Looks like Buck Rogers' trip to the 25th century is going to be making a pit stop in court. Deadline is reporting exclusively that Buck Rogers' estate, overseen by the Nolan Family Trust, is looking to put an end to Smokehouse's George Clooney and Grant Hoslov's efforts at their own take on the character. Clooney and Hoslov were set to executive produce. Brian K. Vaughan was the script, and Angry Films' Don Murphy and Susan Montford were producing. So it looks like they're taking them to court. Looks like they say they have those rights to the character. Let's see. This kind of so this might be caught up in court. And of course, we saw this week that Friday the 13th is going through court too. So a lot of these things are up in the air. Let's see. So they're going to look for the rights. They want to sell them in. So the estate's looking for some money on this. So it's understandable that's their family. Their family invested a lot of time in this character. So Davis, were you a fan of? Did you watch Buck Rogers in 25th Century at all? Have you read any of the books at all?
Sadly, no. I don't really know anything beyond the name. But I have faith in George Clooney. I like most things he's in, except for Batman. And Brian K. Vaughan, I've talked about on here many times. I have great faith in his writing, his abilities. So, they just give him their money. Whatever, it'll be good. Come on.
Yeah, just make them executive producers and fucking, y'all gonna make some money because no one no one's talking about Buck Rogers right now. When's the last time anybody's mentioned Buck Rogers or said anything about Buck Rogers? So this is going to make your if anything, it's going to make your estate more money. If anything, people are going to be going through and trying to find these old things of Buck Rogers. If this becomes a hit, so I think it's just going to end up. They're going to they're all going to end up with a deal and they're all going to make money. So, Juan, were you a fan of the Buck Rogers TV show back in the day?
It was one of those shows that was on. I think when I would be sick and stay home, I think it was on during the day.
It was reruns during the day, yeah.
Right, it was reruns during the day. And so I remember it was something that I would watch. I'm like, man, I wish there were cartoons on. But then I'd watch it and I'm like, well, this isn't a soap opera. This isn't an infomercial. There's action. And Aaron Gray is incredible, dude. The Babe, Aaron Gray was the Babe, man. So I thought it was interesting. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think I was like it gave me like Star Wars vibes, you know.
Oh
So
yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
was right, but it wasn't Star Wars. You know what I mean? So I had this weird thing when I was a kid. I was just like, yeah, I mean, I'll leave it on, you know, while I draw or something. But I wasn't super stoked about it. But every once in a while, I'd look up and I'd be like, man, this is really colorful. This is really bright. This is really vivid, really shiny. I like the way that it was filmed. I like the music. I remember the intro. I thought that was really great.
Oh, the intro is
Uh,
amazing. A really cool intro.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even the music that plays as the show goes out is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Rick?
The funny music. Everybody says something funny. Camera pans. Funny music.
Man, look at me. Rick should have been the director. Look at that fucking and scene. Yeah, man. But yeah, and this came out at a time when they're like, yeah, because of Star Wars, pretty much like all these shows like Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers. What was the other big one? There was another. Was the Buck Rogers? There was another one that's similar, like Buck Rogers. But there was so many of these like space, like travel, like shows and shit, like like set in space. So just kind of like trying to jump on the Star Wars coattails. Rick, so what do you think, man? Buck Rogers, 25th century. Is it going to happen? Do you want to see it happen? Are you excited about this?
It's going to happen. You know, they're going to pay him out. That's all this is. It's just a payday kind of thing. You know, It's like, yeah, just people see, you know, money, and I want a piece, so I get it. You know, but fuck them. You know, I want to see this, dude. I know George is developing it, but is he going to play Buck? Because that'd be fucking dope. I mean,
he's talking about.
He's old.
Yeah, I think if the script's right, and you know, but I wouldn't mind seeing an old man Buck Rogers. Like, dude wasn't young when he played Buck Rogers. No, not you know.
Gil Gerard. Nah,
Yeah.
he was probably this
Up
like
there.
40s, 50s.
Yeah.
But I want to see if they're gonna bring out Hawk. That's the character, the bird person character from Rick and Morty that they based off of. Yeah. I want to see him. I want to see if they're gonna bring back Tweaky too.
Oh, you got to bring back Tweaky, man. That's like I'm not watching this if there's no Tweaky, man. Fuck you.
Yeah. How about and the fucking little thing he used to carry around, Dr. Goodfellow, the fucking little bucks that Buck, you shouldn't do this shit. Kind of talk like Kit. Yeah, I want all that shit to come back, man.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Yeah, fucking Big Leo, Buck Rogers was dope. Yeah, Buck Rogers is a back name, man. For as a kid, dude, like I'm sure if I watch it now, I'm sure I can find a lot of problems with it. But back in the day, as a kid, man, that was like fun television for sure. Yeah, Tweaky was my favorite of mine. Yeah, Tweaky was awesome, man. I love Tweaky was great. Buck, hey Buck. Yeah, Tweaky was awesome, man. Yeah, I'm totally down with that. So yeah, like Rich said, it's all about money. They'll make this. It's like Buck Rogers hasn't been talking. This is like the most like people have talked about Buck Rogers and how long. So yeah, I think this is like, you know, they're gonna get paid out. They're gonna get some money, and like even though it's a public domain character, they'll get some money, and somebody's gonna get paid off it. So I would love to see an old man Buck Rogers, George Clooney. He's not gonna do something cheap. So they're definitely going to spend money. So I think you can do some cool shit with this. So I'm down with that. All right. So let's jump on. All right. So we're gonna go invade Davis's toy box in a minute. But I wanted to talk about this real quick. This dropped yesterday. These Hot Toys dropped. So first we got Robin, Chris O'Donnell from Batman Forever, which I'm I have this special place in my heart for Batman Forever. I kind of like Batman Forever. It's definitely not the best Batman movie, but I'm a big Robin mark, and seeing Robin on the big screen for the first time, I marked out hard because I'm just I was happy to see Robin on the big screen, and actually I'm a big fan of this. Yeah, the nipples. And of course, that's one of the biggest turnoffs about this is the nipples. But I love this costume. I thought this costume was amazing. It's basically the Tim Drake comic costume from like the early 90s. So you got this one, and we also got the Batman sonar suit, which I think the figure, if the suit looked like this in the movie, I think it would have been bad. It didn't exactly look like this in the movie, but it looks great. Like, it looks pretty badass like this. So if this looked like this in the movie, I think it would translate well. But both of these are Hot Toys. These are, of course, the high-end Hong Kong figures. I think their price point is like $245. And so they're, of course, high-end figures. I have a few of these. A couple of our buddies. Rick has a few of these. These are high end. These are definitely for the serious collector. I saw a lot of comments, people shitting on this stuff, but which I understand. There's definitely some issues, but I have a nostalgic point for some of these, and I'm very tempted to get that Robin. It looks fucking. I think it looks amazing. It looks fucking dead on, and you put both of them together. Look at that, man. That looks like a scene from the goddamn movie.
The cod piece.
The cod piece. Look, Robin. I like how they made Robin's cod piece a little slightly bigger than Batman's.
That might be Screech. We don't know.
Exactly.
So barring the nipples, I think these look amazing. Davis, what do you think of these, man?
I think they're pretty cool. I like the Batman suit. That's pretty slick.
Yeah, they look. Yeah,
I too love Batman Forever. That is a badass movie, I gotta say. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the Batman movies, but I did like that one. I guess I was at the right age, and the Riddler, it was just awesome. So.
Yeah, the opening scene is a great Batman scene. It's one of my favorite, just pure Batman scenes when he goes to fight the Two-Face at the bank and stuff. That's a great scene. I love that whole first 15 minutes of that movie is awesome. And of course,
the soundtrack too.
Soundtrack is amazing. The soundtrack is really good. He got some steel action, some fucking. He got some U2. It's definitely a great soundtrack. And of course, Robin's way too old. He's like 30 years old. Robin should be like a teenager, or at least 15 if you're gonna do it. Chris O'Donnell was fucking 30s, in his 30s when they played that role. But I have a special place in my heart for this. Juan, what do you think of these, man?
I mean, $240. I mean, what a bargain! You're getting all this high quality polish resin cod piece. I mean,
These are fully posable action figures.
I bet they are. People would be upset if they weren't. Let me tell you, there would be an outcry, dude. I mean, the definition on the face is eerie, dude. And I mean, obviously they got a great photographer to light this and everything, but yo, dude, this is radical. If this is your favorite, iteration of the Batman.
Not my favorite, no.
but I'm saying if it was, and for some people it could be.
For some people, this is their Batman.
This is a must-have, and I'll tell you what, man. If they make a Halloween costume with that cod piece, I will go as Robin this Halloween, dude.
Chris O'Donnell. Yeah.
There you go. I like that.
Playing Throbbing. I can see that, man. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, man. Rick, what do you think of these, man?
I like the Batman one. It looks cool. You're right. If the suit would have looked like that, it would have been fucking dope. I always
it's a little more clunky in the movie.
Val Kilmer doesn't make a bad. He's not a bad Batman. He's just a bad Bruce Wayne to me. So.
I like him as Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him as Batman just fine. So I like Robin. I like it, but I like the way it looks. But it's 30-year-old Robin, dude. What the fuck?
You can't have Robin and Bruce Wayne the same age. It's just weird.
It gives me something about and plus it's Chris O'Donnell. I can't fucking get a Chris O'Donnell hot toy. That's fucking just weird. It's if it could have been anybody, could they sculpt somebody else's face there? I don't want a Chris O'Donnell hot toy.
Man, you can finally do your NCIS Los Angeles fan fiction you always wanted.
I don't think anybody wants nobody wants a Chris O'Donnell hot toy.
I might get this, man. I'm tempted.
It looks cool though, but I wonder what accessories does it have?
The Robin's kind of light on the accessories. I was looking at the accessories. And I come a few different hand sculpts. Yeah, nothing really major. He didn't really have anything in the movie. He didn't really use any accessories in the movie, so it didn't really have it. These are usually movie accurate, but the Batman comes with a bunch of batarangs and different hands.
Wonderful toys, man. You need wonderful toys.
Leo Skip. Yeah, this is very niche for these. Mike, how many points? These are fully posable. That's you can. They're pretty much everything you can pose. Their hands, elbows.
Hot toys are fucking they're very articulate.
Any pose you can think of. I should have downloaded some more pictures, but they definitely have. like you could definitely put them in any pose they have in the movie pretty much. But these are range about $250 on these ones. So yeah, you got to be a real big fan of this movie if you're going to spend that much on a Christmas toy.
I read one of the details. Evidently, the cod piece tastes like Red Hots. So,
it's a scratch. It's also a scratch and sniff. Sure. Kilmer was great, but yeah, he was great as Batman. I thought he was great, man. I kind of wish he kind of carried over into the next one too, man. But yeah, that was a whole mess, anyways. But as far as they've released a few of the. They've released the Batman Returns Batman. They released the Keaton Batman, which I missed out on. That's why I'm getting the Mezco, because it makes up for that. They also have the Nicholson Joker, which is amazing. I wish I got that Nicholson Joker. I missed out on that one. But these Hot Toys are amazing. They're a little pricey, but they're the next step of action figure collecting evolution. But I'm tempted to get the Robin, man. It just has a special place in my heart, man. Is there definitely a cod piece and all, man? Let's see. Lori, it doesn't look like Robin is lacking in accessories. Oh man. Yeah, he's definitely man. There had been a discussion on set. Like, why is this cod piece bigger than mine? I guess he had to.
Yeah, dude. They did Batman dirty, man. They did Batman dirty.
Boy Wonder, he's all man. Come on,
for sure.
Why does this look like the ambiguously gay duo?
That's
just the way they're posed.
Yeah.
No, well, I'm just saying, but
that's where they came from. Yeah, that's where
they just got the exact pose. Well, the codpiece definitely. That's just that's what it's.
Dude, if I was committing a crime and Robin swooped down on me like, "Hey, whoa!
Watch where you
I'll put it back. I'll put it back, man.
Harassment, sir. That's harassment.
Just relax, okay? It's not that serious."
Yeah, I can't have him trying to come up and try to stop a crime doing that pose, man. Hi, guys.
Dude, criminals would laugh, dude. They would stop what they're doing because they would just be like, you know what I mean? It'd be a good laugh. It'd be a good way to break psychological warfare, you know?
All right, you guys are convincing. I'm buying it. Just you guys convinced me. All right. Yeah, for the price point, it's pretty. If I saw this for like under 200, I'll probably swoop it. Yeah, not for 250. Yeah, I have some. I have some other ones I want to buy for sure. Other than that, but it's pretty cool. It was fun to talk about. All right, so speaking of toys, so Davis has some stuff he's going to show off. I guess this can be kind of your pull list. This can be your pull list, and you can add whatever you want to it after. But Davis is going to show off some toys. I guess we're gonna have to like name them. These are all mid '90s, early mid to late
pretty
90s.
Much. I mean,
so you want to tell
the names
story?
of a handful of them, definitely.
Yeah.
Let me see if I flip this camera real quick.
So you found a box of your old
the
stuff?
in-studio audience.
Oh,
they're going to bat. It looks like
We've
fucking.
got the SF Company band.
Yes, yeah, we got nice noodles. Oh man.
Yeah, set that up for
That's
you. So
awesome.
we've got a bunch of Farland stuff. We got John Leguizamo,
Violator,
and
Spawn.
yeah, got your Strong Guy, your Cable, Venom. I had a big box, and I just kind of picked out the ones that I thought were the coolest.
Cygor.
I was kidding.
Cygor.
Do you guys know who this is or what that's from?
The Pirates of Darkwater.
Is it?
Okay.
No.
I think it's the Pirates of Darkwater.
Oh
No, but it's
Yeah, a lot of
familiar.
these
No,
are
he
still
doesn't. No, wait, hold on. That's isn't that the king from one of the Evil Dead films? Isn't that like Evil Ash? No.
No, I think no. It looks
That's
familiar though.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a cool looking figure, man. That's awesome looking figure.
One knows.
That was sold in the kids, like young kids are walking down the aisle. It's just like a dude with a bunch of skulls on it.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
But you do see how it looks like it looks like Evil Ash.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
has the headpiece like a.
Independence Day guy.
Oh, this is Independence.
with an
nice.
alien
Oh,
inside.
yeah.
That's dope.
I actually like the designs of those movies, man. Like
It's pretty cool. It's nice and sparkly,
Yeah, it's not like the old. Yeah, these are great, man.
See what else we got here. I'll pull some up. I really like. I'm always talking about the anthropomorphic comics I like. Apparently, that's been a thing for my whole life. All these ones that are like, look, we got
It seems to be a trend.
We got the alligator.
Humans and animals living together.
It's like a crazy ostrich. Look at that. Isn't that weird?
Is that a McFarlane?
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I was trying to look. If anyone knows the name of this toy line, I was looking it up before I got on here. I can't find the name of the toy line.
It was like Animal Unleashed or Animal something McFarlane. I think he did like some weird hybrid.
When you Google that though, you just get over and
Cygor.
over again. Yeah. So,
That's a great man. Those McFarlanes were great back in the day.
Yeah, dude. Which of course, I got it in purple and I got it in. I didn't even notice the difference when I was little, but yeah, it's the same character.
Just
we got some different spawns.
Was that fucking
I think it's Commando one?
Commando spawn, yeah.
Yeah, but then there's also this guy over here is another kind of commando guy.
He's like noir commando spawn.
Yeah, and then we got the ninja spawn.
Ninja spawn, oh my god. Bo is like fucking salivating right now.
Yeah, tattoos. Yeah. Bo, if you got any tattoos of these, put them in.
Yeah, he's got a big Cygor on his back.
Yeah, I found this Spawn Zamboni.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
amazing.
Yeah,
that's
I think
great.
A friend of mine got that at Dragon Con years ago or some con and gave it to me.
Great. I love that. That might be my favorite piece of the Are those Star Wars Power of the Force?
These ones?
Yeah.
I don't know when they're from, what line or anything. I've got there's a bunch of them in the box, but I pulled out just the band just for the hell, So yeah, we got Ray and we got Rick and sorry Juan. I guess that's you over there. I don't know. But,
he does have sexy lips. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me. That looks like me.
Yeah,
skin tone. Yeah.
We got the Mech Warrior spawn.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, with the little head in there, like the little spawn head in there. Oh yeah.
These are fucking evil looking.
Yeah.
And then
Badrock.
It's from Youngbloods, and then I noticed earlier, just so you know, if you can see it, it's Rob Liefeld's. It says it right on the bottom of it.
Yeah, I had that one. I had that one for sure. Yeah, I was always bummed they never came out with like a regular Badrock. They had like the weird like thing on his back, like weird little fucking shoulder pads that he never wore in the comics, but he had it in the action figure for some reason. It was weird.
This one was one of my favorites. I just thought that was really badass.
Is that medieval spawn? Or?
I don't know which one this is, but yeah, if you can name them, so I can get the helmet thing off.
That's cool, Ben. It's like fucking Warlord spawn or some shit.
Yeah, but the detail on these things is crazy. It's just like the action figures they had back in the day into these as a little kid. You're just like, holy shit.
Yeah, they were cool. Like they weren't the most posable. Like they can make like two movements. They were called action figures. Basically little statues. They weren't like
pretty much.
Yeah, but they were awesome. Like the details were amazing. Like the movie Maniacs line was amazing. Like McFarlane was the shit back in the day, man. He still is really fucking. That's why he's made so much money off these fucking figures.
And then I found this thing. Hold on. I don't know. This is the only like Flash toy I have, but it was like a mail away thing. Yeah,
it was a Toy Fair mail away. It was a repaint of the Total Justice Wally West Flash figure from the Total Justice line. Yeah, it was a repaint.
Well, there you go.
I also own that one too. Oh, and you have the box. Look at you.
Yeah,
look at you.
It was in there. I don't know. I guess I saw it on something and mailed away for it. But so
yeah,
the
I think
one
it was like $10 or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, we got this nice Xenomorph.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, they had like those Kenner alien figures where they had like the bull. Like a bull one, they had like a mantis alien. They had like all these like different variations on aliens.
From the cartoon that never came out, there was supposed to be a cartoon, right?
Was it? It might have been a cartoon. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh,
and then I found this little Starcom guy I used to play all the time. Not as exciting, but this thing just rolling it around.
How are you gonna end with that one? God.
Yeah, well, so this is the one toy that I have no clue what it is. I used to play with it all the time. Does anyone recognize this thing?
Is that a Visionary? No.
You tell me. All I've got is there's an L on it. I can't find any other markings. So
that's
if anyone
that's
out
the founder
there
of Team America. That's the founding member of Team America.
Absolutely.
It looks like
He's
a
got this
it looks
jetpack.
like Ted Cruz the action figure.
Maybe it is. Yeah. He's
Yeah, I don't know. That does not look familiar to me at all. Does it have any date on like the inner thigh or anything? Like
the inner thigh. Hold on. Let me
usually that's
get off camera and look at that.
yeah. Look at his inner thigh. Usually that's where they put the labels.
Oh, wait, here we go.
Show us where he touched you on the doll.
Yeah, we got a looks like 1967 Mattel.
Oh wow! So that might be worth some money, buddy.
Hawthorne, something or other, made
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Oh wow! You might. Yeah, Juan, you don't recognize that? The fuck?
Oh, it looks like my Uncle Tony.
Yeah,
Captain Laser.
I've never
Captain
seen that
Laser.
one.
That's not a laser. That's actually a leaf blower.
No, I just looked it up. His name is Captain Laser.
Captain
Oh, yeah?
Laser. Wow.
Yeah.
How much is that going for you?
I see some used for 35. That's the low end. Used high end 224.
Oh wow. Yeah, it looks like pretty good condition, man. There you go. Yeah. That might be that one figure is probably worth more than all those figures combined on that.
I know.
Yeah, they're really some of those McFarlanes don't really go up in value too much. Yeah, you can see a lot of them like kind of like in the half price section or like $5 section.
Yeah,
Toy shops.
I looked up a few of them. Today's actually been filled with action figures for me. I have a whole box of Ninja Turtles stuff that like the lid didn't get like put on that. It was in the attic for a couple of years, and they're not discolored. They had it on there, it just wasn't like
Tight.
secured, and they're just grimy. So they were soaking a bucket with some Dawn earlier today, and they're a little bit better now. My nephew's probably going to inherit all those. So
Nice. Yeah. Except for the Yojimbo, right?
I couldn't find that one. I've got another box of Ninja Turtle ones to clean up. He may be in there.
The search for Yojimbo.
That's how this all started, pretty much. I've been reading those fucking comics constantly, and but yeah, if anyone can figure out what the name of this crazy line of cyborg animals is,
Okay.
I love them. Just the detail is amazing. I'm definitely gonna hold on to these for a long time.
Yeah, those are cool, man.
So the ostrich one is from the series 15 of Spawn, the Techno series. So I'm looking for the what is it, like a warthog or a rhino? It looks like it's possibly part of the
we got a
series.
warthog. Yeah, we got a rhino around here somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's part of
rhino.
Yeah, because I found that one. It's called what was it? The Iron Express is the ostrich looking one, and then the rhino I think is called the Gray Thunder.
Mike saying nice. Mike, Badrock kind of looks like the Max figure with the feet. Yeah, he's kind of done in that size.
Oh
yeah. I always wanted like a regular Badrock. I always thought Badrock is like pretty much Rob Liefeld thing. The thing, it's pretty much like the same shit. He was actually called Bedrock originally, but Hanna-Barbera was going to sue him, so he had to change it to Badrock. So you can name it. I guess they have the fucking the rights to Bedrock. Let's see. Todd figures rock. Yeah, look, man. Todd toys, man. Yeah,
the guns. Like, look at
the
that.
guns
The
are
detail
amazing.
and everything.
Yeah, so much detail, man. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, they were great, man.
I've got all the accessories. They're all in the box over there and everything. So if you saw one that had a wrong sword or some shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
I
have
played
a
back in the day.
The long email from Bo is like, how dare you? That Spawn gun does not belong on that figure. Yeah, you might get a nicely worded email. Yeah.
That's fun.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. So cool. Yeah, that was an awesome, cool little show off there. Cool finds. All right. So let's jump into the regular pull list, Davis. So pull list is basically what you picked up recently, read, listened to, watched, whatever, just something you want to talk about, good or bad, something you want to complain about. This is a good place for airing of grievances and such. So Davis, what's on your pull list this week besides all the cool toys?
The main thing has been Batman the Animated Series. Now that it's on HBO Max, I've been watching that, and I forgot how. I didn't forget how good the show is, but I'd seen it in years, and sometimes I can't believe it's a kid's show, because it's dark and there's a lot of things that I just feel like kids wouldn't really understand, and I don't know, just everything about that show is immaculate to me. So
Yeah,
that's been the constantly watching this past week or so.
yeah. It's one of the best shows of all time. One of the best animated shows of all time for sure. One of my favorites.
And so much came out of it too. I mean, you got all the Harley Quinn stuff and Matoya, who I guess will probably come out more in what's the Gotham Central series they're going to do. I assume she'll be a central character in that.
You would think,
and, yeah. And I mean, most of the DC cartoons are spin-offs of Batman the Animated Series. You realize as you go through them all and everything. So kind of started it all for them.
Yeah, and they pulled a lot of storylines from like the '70s Batman and like kind of like the '80s Batman. So it's definitely some cool like shout out to a lot of cool old storylines, and man, they did it so well. And it gave Mark Hamill like a second, like if he didn't have like Mark Hamill would still be a huge name, even like you take the Luke Skywalker thing out of it, just voicing the Joker in that show kind of like elevated he just elevated his voice acting career. Just one of the best. Like when I think of Joker, like when I like read Batman comic, like he's definitely the voice I hear.
It's the voice.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Right on. Anything else on your pull list this week, Dave?
I think that was pretty much it. I watched Rain Man the other day. I'd never seen it, and I saw it was leaving Hulu, so I was like, fuck it, why not? Tom Cruise is a real shitbag in the beginning, but he turns out to have a heart of gold and loves his soon-to-be brother that he finds out about, so.
Just like real life, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, very cool. All right, Juancho, what you got this week, man? What's on your pull list?
I got I think I don't know if you sent it to you in time, but there's a I haven't watched it yet. It's just something that I'm like, okay, this looks really great. It's called Deerskin. It's a film. It's a French film, and it's about a man who finds a deerskin jacket and becomes obsessed with it, and so he starts just losing it and tells people that he's a director and he's filming a film, but it's like when people look at what he's filmed, it's just him posing in the jacket, and yeah, it takes a dark turn. Like he meets someone who's like a real big fan of it. This is all in the trailer, so I'm not giving it. And I haven't
trying to go in fresh, bro. Come on.
But yeah, so yeah, he finds like someone who's like she's into what he's filming, unbelievably. But she's like, yo, it just needs some like action and some blood. So the guy, it looks like, starts getting violent and filming, but always filming with the deerskin jacket in the background. So yeah, definitely, that's on HBO Max. I'm looking forward to watching that.
What's it called again?
It's called The Deerskin.
The Deerskin.
Yeah.
Sounds naughty.
That's a lambskin.
Let's see. All right. Is that it for you, Juan?
There's also, I've been rereading Moby Dick.
Nice. Classic.
Which is, yeah, I mean, it is, but I didn't realize how good it is. It's it's great. I mean, I think I read it either in middle school or maybe as a freshman in high school, but it didn't capture me, And this time I'm reading, I'm like, number one, it's funny. It's pretty freaking funny, especially like Ishmael's relationship with Queehawk. It's super weird and awkward and sweet, but just, Ishmael is a funny dude. And also, it's just very noble. It's a very noble, I was like, oh man, I should have paid attention to this book. There's a lot of great lessons in here on how to conduct yourself, how to treat people, how to think about things. It's a classic for a reason. And, yeah, I mean, it's also full of a lot of interesting history, like looking at at the world through that particular period. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm glad I'm reading again.
Yeah, when they try to force you to read shit, yeah, you kind of don't like appreciate it. That's why I kind of like always did my own little reading. I was like, I don't want to read what you tell me to read. God damn it.
That's that's Fieldy telling you to read more, right?
That's Rick's Moby Dick right there.
Oh, great.
Cat.
He's angry.
Let's see where this goes.
He gave up.
Nice.
Oh, that was amazing. Thoughts on lead? I don't care about. Thoughts on Lori? I don't care about Jerry.
She's trolling us.
Yeah, she's just fucking with us. She had a bottle of wine. Now she's fucking with us. I don't care. Like he said, oh, this is the closest to me I've ever played or whatever. All right, calm down, method actor. I don't care. Like I'll probably watch this movie. It'll probably be the greatest movie ever. But as of right now, this is the worst movie ever. So I don't really care. No comment. Next question.
I'm just here to satisfy my media's obligations.
R.I.P. Holbrook. Yeah, we talked about Hal earlier. Cicely Tyson too. We didn't really talk too much about her.
Loved her in Hoodlum, man. She was great in Hoodlum.
Yeah, she was great in Hoodlum. Yeah. It didn't really stand out too much, but yeah, no. R.I.P. to all those guys. Yeah, we lost a lot of folks this week. So Rick, what's on your pool list this week?
Okay, so I posted this in the Facebook group that PlayStation had sales on a whole bunch of games, so I picked up the Castlevania collection for $5. That's pretty much like, Castlevanias 1 through 4, which, Castlevanias 1 through 3 is cool for $5. But to get Super Castlevania, it's probably one of the better Castlevania games out of all of them. And you get the Castlevania Bloodlines from the Sega Genesis as well. So it's like, dude, you get about 6 games for like fucking $5. So that's a huge win-win for people if you want to get that. I think it's still going on until February 10th. The other thing, I usually try to keep it positive, right? So this is the point where I'm going to tell you, Matt, I know you're here and you're watching. This is the point you tune out because I'm going to talk wrestling.
Oh, no.
All right.
So
yeah. So the fact, fucking WWE just had their Royal Rumble, and you know what? Some people get sated by just cheap shit. Fuck you, WWE. You guys don't do anything right. You guys, Bianca Belair is probably the only thing that was done right that night. But still, you turned a joke of a great women's Rumble by it with interference of the 24/7 title. Fuck you guys for that. That was bullshit. Didn't need to take away from that match. You could have did that during the men's match. You could have did that during the fucking championship match. But it's a joke. It's a joke of a scene, and they just took away. Let me see what else. Goldberg, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Fucking old ass hack. You're only in the position you are in because the producers, powers that be, say that you win, and that's why you win. You don't win because you're really that fucking good. Fuck you.
Wait, wrestling's predetermined?
Yes, but people, I don't think Goldberg knows this. He thinks he's a fucking legend. You have to remember, they picked up Joe Schmo off the fucking street. You look good. Here, can you do a spear? You're gonna have a fucking record of 202 with no losses. Fuck you, Goldberg. Go fuck yourself. Go away now. Let me see, guys. Rumble. Roman Reigns, you're doing good, man. I fucking hated you for a long time. You're doing good. WWE, you're fucking up. That's all there is. AEW, rock on.
Okay, Matt, you can come back on.
Yeah, Matt, you can come back in.
I'm gonna have a sign for Matt. It's some kind of mess. Yeah, watch AEW. If you want to watch wrestling, watch AEW. All right, and say Rick.
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. So I finished Young Avengers. I read the Children's Crusade. Great, actually, really great storyline. Alan Hindenburg and Jim Chung doing the art. Very nice art. Basically, this is kind of the aftermath of what happened in House of M, and kind of her Wanda's children kind of finding her and like discovering who they are, and deals with Magneto, and Doom is very heavy in this story too. It's a great story, great Doom story also, man. Great. I don't want to spoil the content, but if you read House of M, you want to see what happens next. This is definitely a great series. Like I said, great Doom stuff. Doom is going to marry Wanda. There's complications to that. It's kind of genuine too. Like they're actually going to get married. It's actually like for a genuine reason. But Jim Chung's art is amazing. He draws a hell of a Doctor Doom. Just looking at just one of the covers right there. Like he draws a hell of almost an Arthur Adams kind of Doctor Doom.
What is Young Avengers? You said?
It's Young Avengers, Children's Crusade. It's a great Scarlet Witch story. It's a great Magneto story. It's a great Doctor Doom story. It's a great Young Avengers story. Like guys, like these young kids going after these big names. It involves the X-Men, involves the Avengers. It's a pretty epic story. It's a great, like I said, if you read House of M and you kind of want to read what happens next, these guys, it's a great story. Great art, very cool art. I'm trying to find this one page, this one spread, but very cool, very awesome. If you're into WandaVision right now, you definitely, if you want to see some more of the backstory, you should definitely check this out. Like just the shot right here is awesome. This right there, that's a power couple right there. Check it out. Children's Crusade, great. Another comic, one that came out this week is X-Men 17 by Hickman. Hickman's running. You got a cool little alien cover. They've been doing alien covers all month, so variant covers. So you can see a little the Queen with a Cyclops and Jean Grey in there. No aliens in this. This kind of deal. This kind of exactly. So this is a current day storyline, and so Brett Booth is drawing this, which it's straight up throwback. They have their throwback costumes in this. They're on a space mission, so for some reason they're wearing their X Factor uniforms. This feels like a story. This feels like a straight up throwback. The art is amazing. I love Brett Booth, but like just that shot right there. That's a great. It certainly feels like an early '90s X-Men vibe to it for sure. Barring the costume, but it just feels it's a fun throwback. It's Hickman's X-Men is so much fun. And so it's fun to see this issue. It was a fun read. Just kind of brought me back to that Jim Lee era of X-Men. It definitely had that vibe. And Brett Booth has that kind of Jim Lee kind of vibe. So it's cool. It kind of deals with Lilandra's and Xavier's kid. She's now the ruler of the Shi'ar Empire. So it kind of deals with that stuff. So a fun book, very fun book. I finished the third season of Disenchanted, the Matt Groening Netflix show. It's kind of deals with like medieval like witches and knights and like kind of like fairies and trolls and all that kind of stuff. Elves, Elfo. Third season is great. I love this show. It starts off kind of slow in the first season, but it definitely picks up. Just the chemistry between Bean, the lead character, and Lucy, voiced by Eric Andre, and Elfo. Those three are just a great dynamic. I love their characters. I think this is great. Next evolution of the Simpsons, Futurama, and Disenchantment. This is great. I love the character design. I love the little like throwbacks to like other seasons. Just the humor there. It's not as just like blatant like Simpsons kind of humor or even Futurama. It's very subtle. It's more of a subtle show. It's very very story centric. There's a very story. There's a storyline kind of going through. It's 10 episodes a season. It's third season. Such a fun show. I love this show. It's a good time for sure. I really like this last season. It's a fun character. It's a great. All the little side characters, they get a little love too. So, yeah, great show. Great, fun show. I really like it a lot. And also, my last thing is I picked up this Hot Rod. They're doing the movie. They're doing the studio series. They're doing movie figures right now. And so this is the Hot Rod from the Transformers the movie. The Transformers, the movie, which is always thought was pretty hilarious. But it comes with like a little matrix right there. This is basically one of the best hot rods in figure form, like in robot mode. Because I have the Masterpiece hot rod, which is pretty cool looking, but I think this is the better looking robot form of a hot rod. So digging the packaging. I was going to do an unboxing, but it looks so goddamn cool in the packaging. It comes with a couple comes with like the saw from the movie and a couple energy effects, so you can have them. Him like opening the Matrix right there. You can have like a little scene like that. So Hot Rod is kind of maligned. A lot of people hate on Hot Rod. I love Hot Rod. He was one of my favorite Transformers. Like probably like after Grimlock and Optimus Prime, probably like my third favorite. Hot Transformer character, but yeah, I'm a big fan of that. The studio series are awesome, man. They have like Scourge coming out. They have a Cup. They all look pretty cool, pretty accurate, pretty. And they all they're when they transform, they look exactly like the cars, and when they turn the robots, they look exactly. These are definitely some like not your grandfather's Transformers, man. They like the Transformers back in the day. Like the cars would look like they would look, but the robot modes would look horrible. They were like all clunky and like they wouldn't like move great, whatever. But this hot rod is pretty badass. I'm liking this a lot. Let's see. Is that it for me? Yeah, that's it for me on pool list. Let's see. Do you prefer Heimel or Curry for Joker and Batman? What? Curry? What are you talking about? Oh, no, I don't get what you're talking about. You get what she's
Tim
talking
Curry, Joker ever?
Oh no. Well, Tim Curry was originally going to be the Joker. He actually voiced the first couple episodes. But it was something they thought he was too creepy. I guess maybe I thought they didn't want his voice, so they replaced him with Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill all the way. Yeah, I think it's I've heard some of it, like the Tim Curry stuff. It's fine. He would have been good, but I think Mark Hamill just brings us. He's just so iconic. You can't go wrong with it. All right, folks. So if you're watching right now, please be like our friend Deadpool here. Like and subscribe to the SF Comic Co. Check out we have our weekly show here, SF Company Hour, every week, every Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Come join us for the live shows. Always fun, as you can see if you're watching now. And also, we have the Wanda Visionaries. We do every Friday after Wanda, little WandaVision after show. Kind of do a recap and kind of talk about what happened in the show and kind of speculate what's going to happen next. A lot of spoilers out there. Right yeah, a lot of spoilers out there right now. I've been pretty good at not going online and checking the spoilers. It's been very tempting, so I've been good. So yeah, it's been really good the show so far. What do you guys think of the? Well, I guess we could talk a little bit about it. What do you guys think about WandaVision so far, man? You guys been on it, Davis?
Yeah, it's definitely heating up. After seeing the last episode, there's a lot of things you're like, oh wow, that a lot more theories are going on in my mind, and from what I'm saying, I haven't read a lot of the theories and stuff out there, but apparently it kind of nixed a lot of people's theories on things, I guess. So I've talked to a couple of my buddies about it, and they had no clue, and I think they threw a good curveball that a lot of people didn't really see coming. So.
Yeah, I'm digging a lot, man. I'm liking the. It's kind of open. It's like there's so many ways it can go with it. There's so much potential for what they can do and what they can like unleash onto the world. So I'm glad. I hope they pull a trigger on a couple things. But yeah, we'll definitely. I think after when the season's over, we'll do a full spoiler discussion about it because there's a lot of shit to break down, a lot of shit to talk about. And we haven't seen shit yet. I think I like the way it's building. I like the way it's going. I think it's gonna be a fun ride. Juan, you caught up with WandaVision?
I am. Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's, I love how it's messing with people, right? Because people were expecting more action maybe up front, and it's just developing this relationship between the characters, and also this mystery, the confusion. Got kind of a Lost feel a little bit, right? I feel like when people were watching Lost, they were like, "What is going on?" And that really drew people in. It's drawing me in. And also, like you said, like the nostalgia, right? Like I love the way that it's progressing through American television history, right? Like through all the different eras. So, I dig it. It's weird. It's like nothing I've seen. So I'm for it.
That's weird. Feel these eyes just popping up on the bottom of the screen. It's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. I can't read an actor. Feel these. No one's. He bows to no man. He's like Kong. He bows to no one. Rick, what do you think of WandaVision so far?
Oh, he tried to bite me, son of a bitch.
At some point we need to clip out all the Fieldy moments, man. We just need like a fucking 10-minute all Fieldy moments, like Rick getting bit, Fieldy yelling at Rick and like biting him, and like
it's gonna be 8 minutes of him biting and yelling at me and shit. Bite. Or he tried to bite me, son of a bitch.
Like Rick is like looking like over his shoulder, like, oh man, where's he at? Where's his current location? You need one of those trackers like in Aliens, man. You can just see it's like little pulse, like
2 meters. 2 meters.
He's above you.
The room.
He's in the room.
Just Rick looking through a vent, like he's just carrying.
Yeah, the fucking noise. Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
So Rick, WandaVision, what do you think, man? What do you think so far?
Sorry, I'm like a beaten child when I think of Fieldy trying to attack me.
Kaiju Fieldy.
No, WandaVision.
That's a scary thought.
No, I'm loving Agent Woo, man. I'm glad they fucking brought Agent Woo back. You know, my whole thing is, dude, but I don't know, man. Kat Dennings, she's kind of annoying, man. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the character. I mean, I think to me with her, like some of her dialogue, less is more, because at a point she just keeps rambling and rambling and rambling. I'm like, I get the joke. You already hit your joke, but now you're beating the dead horse. I just think if they get the writing for that character and not to be so like trying to be funny, because Agent Woo, I mean, he's funny in his ineptness. Like you know who Woo kind of reminds me of? He's lightweight, the Marvel version of Inspector Clouseau. That's who I kind of see him. Yeah. Things will probably work out for him, not because he intended it to be that way, but it'll just work out for him. And I do like Woo. I hear the ideas that people are saying that they want to do a show about Agent Woo and Kat Dennings' character. You could do the show with Agent Woo and she just went in. Is it Monica? No. Yeah, Monica Rambeau, right?
Monica Rambeau, yeah.
Yeah, have them two. That's what I would rather see, them two, because it's like she's going through shit. She's experiencing it. To me, Kat Dennings, she's like, well, I haven't been talked to about Thor, God in Love and Thunder. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for that, possibly. So yeah, the show's good though. I like the episode how it changed everything up.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like it's the strength of a good show, especially one that's weekly, is like you can't wait for the next one.
That's the thing. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like I can't wait to watch the next episode. Like that's a sign of a great show, man. When
it does keep you guessing.
And that's a good thing about these, the non-bid shows when you go to the weekly thing. So you get time to like anticipate and think about and like kind of process some of this shit. If this was binged all at once, it probably would have flowed better and probably you see less people bitching. But
it would have been chopped. It would have been edited differently if it would have been like released all at the same time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna look back at this show and then see the beginning and like watch it all the way through, and I think it's gonna flow so good, and I can't wait to rewatch it when it's all out for sure. Yeah, so far it's really good. Yeah, we can't really talk too much of it because it's so much spoiler shit, but it's it's good. I'm digging it a lot. Lori, or the time Fieldy had the cone and Rick talked about Zelda and put Fieldy in his place. Yeah, Rick's been paying for that for a while. Fieldy's like, oh, you think you're a big man on TV, huh? As soon as he turned off the camera, man, she went down.
He's fucking staring at me right now.
He's waiting.
He's waiting. Yeah, he's like, watch one, motherfucker. Watch when you turn off that
shit. He's just like staring at me.
Wow.
Now I'm scared.
You should be. All right, so let's jump into Hidden Gems. Hidden Gems is something kind of personal, whatever in your collection, or something you want to talk about, just something that's not probably mainstream. Guest show and tell, something particular you want to talk about. So Juan, I'll start with you, man. You got any Hidden Gems for this week?
Me?
Yeah.
Is it Juan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got something for you. Give me a second. Look at this. You better buckle in. You better buckle in because it's about to get wild. He comes back
naked. I'm very upset.
I'm gonna come back wearing
that cod piece.
Yeah, he's gonna come back with the Robin costume. It's like
This is the one right here, man. This is my hidden gem, dude. This is for my real. This is for my 30+ cereal lovers, dude. If you're eating cereal and you're 30 and you're fucking eating something from General Mills, you have like developmental issues.
Hey.
Listen, I'm not saying every once in a while, Rick, but it can't be your main cereal. You need to grow up. You need to have a real main cereal. And this is the only one that I endorse. Flax Plus Raisin Bran. This is the real deal. Okay, it's from Nature's Path, not God's Path. Nature's Path. All right. This is close. Look, it's got a new look, but it's got the same great taste, and it's got tons of.
There are no cartoon characters on that shit. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, there is a Abe Vigoda is the fucking mascot for that fucking cereal.
Fucking Tessio trying to sell that shit to me. If you want to eat, Eat this.
The cartoon character is you, Rick. When you look at your reflection in this glossy box, let me tell you, this you don't even know, dude. You don't realize, all three of you, how much you're deficient in omega-3s. All right, you're deficient in omega-3s. It's super integral to your body being healthy. You probably have too many omega-6s. That's why you got inflammation throughout your body. I mean, come on, man. Look at this. It's always their legacy. Look at it. You know a cereal means business when there's a black and white photo on it, okay? All right? There's no time for a captain. There's no time for a nutty parakeet. There's no time for a rabbit. This is
fucking Cookie Crisp had a fucking black and white box at one point, bro. What are you talking about?
There's sweet dried raisins.
Frankenberry,
all right?
Frankenbooberry was a fucking black and white box at one point too.
There's no sugar added to this.
Is this your way of telling us you're regular right now?
I need to take. I've been holding it in for about an hour and 55 minutes.
The trains are running in that town, huh? Fuck.
But this is my hidden gem, and I'm about to drop some gems as soon as this fucking thing is over. Let me tell you, some coal, baby.
Well, there'll be a lot more on the shelves. Don't worry, I'm not gonna buy one box of that. Captain Crunch, here I come.
More for me.
Yes.
Fucking Juancho.
6 grams of protein. 6 grams of protein. 9 grams of fiber.
I'll eat my Captain Crunch with like protein milk or something.
Do whatever you want, but maybe your cat is trying to warn you. You don't realize your cat can smell your lack of omega-3s. People are worried about you, Rick.
Philby's not worried.
You're never gonna fill a cod piece without omega-3s. You need omega-3s. This is the same color as the cod piece.
The same cereal that Chris
cod piece, okay? With omega-12s, all right? Don't worry about that.
Okay. Flax Plus. I don't get paid. I don't get paid to endorse them. I really do love them. I love this product, all right? I love it. I love you.
You're killing Mike over here, man. You're killing Mike, man. Oh, man, that's a hidden gem for sure. Oh, my God. All right. Rick, you want to top that?
Yeah, my hidden gem is General Mills. Yeah, fuck that. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man. All the sugar, all the cinnamon, all the flavor.
You know what? Your hidden gem is insulin.
Fuck your flaxseed.
He's sacrificing his shits. Okay, he's sacrificing his shits.
No. Fuck his flaxseed. You can have it all right. I want my red dye number 5 and my blue dye number 4. All right, that's what comes with all crunch berries. Give me that shit.
Okay.
All right, I want to shit like a Smurf. That's what I do. Right?
Has anybody tried the Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles ice cream they got out there?
They have an ice cream?
I would.
Yeah,
I would love to.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing, right? I'll get diabetes again just for that. Oh my God. Diabetes. Oh man, I just want to taste.
Is there any flax ice cream out there?
I'm sure
there's probably is, dude.
I'm sure Rainbow has a whole fucking section of that, man.
I my store might have that one. Press Juicery. Come and get it.
Yeah, that's what the toilet's asking.
And I got General Mills too, and I got the flaxseed cereal.
Oh Jesus, this might be the best conversation we've ever had.
I carry it.
You're carrying something, all right? Yeah. All right. So General Mills, all right, hidden gem, all right, cool. Davis, what do you got, man?
I mean, how do I follow this?
What cereal company are you fucking? Yeah.
Post is left.
Kellogg. Yeah, let's talk about Kellogg's origin. your non-masturbation cereal, yeah.
The road to Wellsville.
Well, it's not classic literature. It's not Moby Dick, and it's not the best for you. But I found a book series that, amongst all the action figures and stuff that I loved growing up, the Star Wars Galaxy of Fear books. Do y'all know that? This is the series I want them to. It's like Goosebumps in the Star Wars universe. Basically, they made 12 of them, and it's a very short-lived series from like 97, 98, and I kind of don't want to reread them because I'm sure they're not as good as I thought they were, you know. But I that's the series I want to see Disney make, you know, because you could do so much Star Wars Galaxy to have like a scary kind of show, like Goosebumps, you know. Didn't they have a show for a little while? Yeah, like anything like that. So
That'd be
That'd be
dope.
that's
Yeah, they've dealt with some horror stuff. Like they had that book, Death Troopers, like kind of like it was like basically a zombie movie and it's set in the space station with like zombie stormtroopers and shit. So yeah, I would definitely like to see some like kind of like that, like a little short, like 30-minute episodes or whatever, like kind of Twilight Zone-ish, kind of like anthology. Yeah, like
That's
see
what I'm
like
thinking,
different
yeah.
horror elements of the galaxy is a scary place, man. Like all the crazy aliens and weird shit you can see out there.
Like imagine like being stalked by like a monster on a fucking like one of those planets, like like the ones you see Obi-Wan like riding in Camino or fighting at the end on Geonosia. That'd be dope.
That's awesome, man. Those covers, I remember the covers being really awesome.
Yeah, we got the Rancor,
Yeah, see stuff like that. That'd be sick, dude. In the dark
about
and
these
fucking Rancor.
These two little kids that I don't think they're on Alderaan. I think they're off world, but like I think they're one of the test plants for the Death Star or something, as I recall. And they come home, their planet's on, and so they're kind of off on this journey. And every now and then, it's like a Star Wars non-canon books that are, one of the main characters pops in and is like, "Oh, hey kids, what's up? Go that way," and it pretty much goes from there. So, but yeah, I recommend them. Go check that out after you read Moby. So,
yeah, that's a good sequel series. Yeah,
I know you never realized. Talking about Flax Cereal, Moby Dick, I'm like becoming like an old man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
what was the series again, David?
You gonna talk about your arthritis next? Fucking.
Are you sure Hal Holbrook wasn't your roommate, Juan? You go to school with Cloris Leachman?
That's it. Dude, those books look perfect. They're like a good quick read, like something like on a drive, right? You're going to camp or you're going, whatever.
Yeah, they didn't look like long books. Yeah, they were kind of like
no, they're like 100 pages.
Kind of novellas, kind of.
Yeah,
it looks cool. Yeah, I remember seeing those all over the place. Yeah, I never read any of them. Oh, awesome, cool.
How many of the covers are holograms?
Oh, let's see. We got one here. See if you can kind of see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Remember when holograms were everywhere, man? Like
I remember.
Hologram cover comic books, cards, everywhere.
There we go.
Toys had holograms on them. Yeah, that's
Yo,
awesome.
that's excellent. That's excellent.
That's like a
Just
cool
first.
tip.
No. Oh, here we go. We got Jabba. If we can get the angle right.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh yeah,
there's a little Jabba in there.
Jabba no bother.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I think it's just those three, but
Man, you get man. I like all the shit you're discovering in your home, man. Finding all these archives, man. It's like it's like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, man. You're going through all the finding all the fucking shit from back in the day. That's awesome.
yeah, it's fun.
Let's see. We're gonna chill. What did Lori say? What movies are you looking forward to buying on DVD, Blu-ray? Nothing right now because there hasn't been any movies to like buy. Really, like nothing. Nothing that's come out. Usually on my Amazon wish list, I have like my movie section, like upcoming movies. Like it's empty right now. It's like the first time it's ever been empty there. Like unless they're like releasing some stuff that hasn't really been released. Like anybody. Yeah, you guys still you guys buy DVDs? Like I think me and Rick still. Rick, you kind of more digital, but I still buy DVDs and stuff. So yeah,
Quite a while.
there hasn't been really anything that came out last year that I like. I bought Sonic. That was like the last movie I bought like that came out. But there hasn't really been new movies to buy. So
I mean, like right now, like everything is just things that are getting like released on Blu-ray. It's nothing like new. It's just like Do the Right Thing in 4K and like Small Soldiers and Ladybugs and shit like that. But there's
I don't
nothing
need to do
like
the right
new.
thing in 4K. Like the new movie, like Kong versus Godzilla. Like I'll probably most likely buy that one. Like even if it sucks, I have all the King Kong and Godzilla movies, so I'll probably have that in my collection. So, there's nothing really like if any movies get released, like I want to watch and they're good, I'll fucking buy them.
Good burger,
I'm a little more particular like the movies I buy now because everything's so like easily found nowadays on streaming and whatever. But there's a lot of cutting movies you can't find on streaming that I have like I want that gets pulled all the time. So there's certain movies that will show up for like a month or two and then they're gone forever. So like I like the movies I have, the ones I want to watch at some point and not beholden to a streaming service.
I will say I think I know that there's one thing that you might get. I just looked it up. So being released on February 23rd, it looks like An American Werewolf in London is going to get a steelbook.
Oh, the Steelbook. Oh yeah, I had. I
And
think
that it looks
see that, yeah.
the cover looks sick, dude. So
Yeah, last time I didn't see. They didn't have a release date for it, so they have a release date, huh? What day is it?
February 23rd.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pre-order that. What is that? Where can you find it?
I just see the pre-order now. This is listed on Blu-ray.com.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look for that. Yeah, I want that on Steelbook.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite horror movie of all time. Yeah, so that's yeah. I still like. I'm gonna buy movies until they tell me I can't buy anymore. So yeah, I'll be one of those last guys buying DVDs and Blu-rays. And I love going to like an Amoeba or like a used video, DVD store and like finding all these cutty movies I haven't seen. And they're hard to find, so I still like doing that. So, all right, for my hidden gem, I'm gonna go with I did a little trip to Sausalito yesterday, and I found this little shop, Blue Moon Comics. It's in Sausalito. Cool little shop, nice little shop. As soon as I opened the door, these two dogs greet you, and they're like the most friendliest dog. One was like a pit bull basset hound mix, which is like the craziest combination I ever saw. And it was two of the friendliest, cutest little dogs. Nice little shop, good wall books. Had some vintage stuff in there. A nice dude in there. Picked up some issues. Picked up the Namor. I believe this is a 3-parter. Of course, with the great Doctor Doom. You see that great Jay Lee art right there. Cool 3-part Doctor Doom story. I found the X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 126. I think this is the first Proteus, I believe. So I found that for a good deal. I think it was 25% off the sticker price. I found a couple good What If issues. I think I might have this one, but I found what if the Fantastic Four all had the same power? So it's like, what if they all had Invisible Women? What if they all had the Things? What if they all Human Torch and all that and so on? So that's a fun. I remember reading this back in the day. It's fun. And this one, this is probably the favorite find of the What If Thor battled Conan from the first What If series. So yeah, I think when they reprinted the What If in the trade paperback, they couldn't have this one in there. Because they didn't have the rights to Conan. They had the rights back in the day, but they recently got them back. So these, I believe these are going to be reprinted in the new What If collections. But a great cover right there. I think that's, who's it? Might be Buscema on the cover. But a great cover, Thor versus Conan. Come on now. You can't go wrong with that. So yeah, Blue Moon Comics in Sausalito. Cool, cutty little shop. I've never actually, I don't think I've ever been to Sausalito actually. So it's cool to see a shop out there. I love going to little cutty shops. So I've never been to, so yeah, that was cool. Cool little shop out there. Yeah, definitely go check them out if you get a chance in Sausalito. All right, let's see. I still buy DVDs and Blu-rays. Better to have the hard copies of things. Plus the supplements are usually great. Yeah, Lori, that's it. I'm totally down. I love the commentaries. I love extra features. I love
extra features, man.
Yeah, I love the documentaries too. Like on older movies, like older DVDs, they have like the old making of documentaries and stuff. So I love all that shit. Yeah, I love seeing going. Especially I love a movie like that. Like I love digging in deep and like seeing all the cut scenes and different commentaries and stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely all down that. Mike, dig those What Ifs. Hell yeah, What If, man. What If second series is definitely my favorite. I love the What If second series. What If first series is pretty good too, but yeah, the second series is definitely in my heart. Bo's gonna be. I'm sure Bo has like 20 copies of that and fucking signed by the fucking guy who got the coffee for the artist and fucking. I'm sure he has every version of it. So. Should all be jealous of Bo's Conan. Really. All right, cool. So yeah, it's this was a fun one, man. I didn't think we were having much to talk about. I thought we'd probably be short, but no, we had a lot of shit to go through. So the very fun discussion. Just to hear Juan's breakfast take is worth the price of admission alone. I think we got to clip that out right there. It's some funny stuff, Juan. So Davis, any shout outs you want to give? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I don't know. Go through all your old stuff from childhood. It's a trip, man. I'm kind of glad I can do that right now. Haven't done it in a long time, obviously. So I just opened this box today, so it's a lot of fun. And I have a few more boxes of random shit from the 90s, early 2000s, stuff like that to go through, I guess. But we'll see.
Awesome. Juan, Mr. Juancho, hey, you want to plug anything? Got an upcoming milk show and stuff?
Yeah, every Saturday night over at the bar, we do our comedy show, Hot Toddy Comedy Party. Tickets on sale at milksf.com. Safe, wear your mask, double mask, come out and laugh, stay home if you feel sick. You've been around someone sick, but if you feel healthy, come in socially distance and enjoy some laughs, and that's it, I'll bring this fucking box, I swear to you. I'll bring this box with me. I'll bring the cat. Oh, the cat. Oh, I want to talk about this cat real quick. Holy moly.
My own Fieldy's little brother.
Dude, look at this. This beast, he's elusive usually.
That cat has made noises that cats don't make.
Like what?
Rick tried to trim his nails one time and they didn't go well. Yeah, it was yeah. No, one time when we had a little flea issue, I had to give him baths and stuff. And this is like the third time I gave him a bath, and I picked him up. And I was bringing him to the bathroom because I have to lock him into the bathroom like a fucking steel cage match to fucking get him washed. So as soon as I picked him up, he knew what was going on. And I swear to God, this motherfucker pulled the Planet of the Apes, man. He said, "No!" Like he said, "No."
Oh, yeah.
It was a clear fucking no. So this motherfucker can talk.
Caesar.
Yeah. So this is the start of the fucking revolution, the cat revolution. Because the motherfucker said no. He was like, "No."
Fieldy and Carmelo are fucking Koba and fucking Caesar. Except they're both evil and will fucking take over humanity. I'm scared. Be scared for the future. Yeah, I know. No! It was nicer.
I know. Yeah, he's a little more gentle.
Don't let that cute noise fool you. Get some guttural shit out of that one. What?
Always fun. Have a great week. Eat your fiber. I've learned that a long way, the hard way. Eat your fiber, man. I'm taking my fiber, man. I'm taking Juan's advice. Effort.
Shout out to Post Cereal, General Mills, Kellogg's, all the cereals of my childhood, all the cereals of my adulthood. Just remember, Juan. Don't be the anti-fucking sugar guy. Jerry Seinfeld.
All the shit that people have said to Rick, but this is the most offended I've ever seen.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. He like right now, he like literally took a knife to my throat and was like, "Fuck you, Rick." I was like, "Wow." He just shat on fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I can't believe he did that. Apple Jacks is shout out to Apple Jacks.
Every once in a while. Look, everything in moderation. But if you go to someone's house and they only have children's cereal and there's no kids, that's a problem.
No, it's not. Yeah, no, it is not.
I can't drink milk, so I don't have cereal in the house. So. Milk
Dude,
fucks.
Believe there's a whole thing.
I don't need fiber when I drink milk.
Yeah, I go into fucking like diatribes. So you know this rants about Cocoa Krispies or Cocoa Pebbles or Cocoa Puffs. Right? If you're a Cocoa Puffs,
Pebbles.
It's Cocoa Krispies.
Pebbles.
Cocoa Krispies.
Pebbles are second though.
Pebbles is no. Pebbles is not second. Cocoa
Puffs just cut up your fucking the top of your mouth, like the roof of your mouth.
They do, but you know what? They stay crunchy and fucking pretty much at the end of Fruity Pebbles, you're eating slop and oatmeal kind of thing. So that's a problem with Fruity Pebbles. It turns into like a mush. Cocoa Krispies holds up. Trust me. There's a fucking science to eating cereals.
All right. Let's do this quick. Your top 3 cereals. Go ahead, Davis.
Top 3, I'd say Golden Grams, Fruity Pebbles, and maybe Captain Crunch.
Okay, all right. Juan, top 3, all fiber based.
Special K.
Special K.
Okay, look. Number 1 is Raisin Nut Bran. All right.
That's
Those
a good
fucking almond coated raisins are ridiculous. The almond slivers and the bran. Number 2, they don't pay me to say this. Flax plus Raisin Bran from Nature's Path. Number 3, oh man, it's got to be Cocoa Krispies, man. I got to go with Cocoa Krispies. It's chocolicious, baby, and it talks. It sings a song to you while you're devouring. It's just like you're a cat. They go no, but you eat them anyway. It's good.
Rick, top 3.
Dude, Apple Jacks, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Krispies.
Ooh, I'll go.
There's no way Apple Jacks is no one's number one.
That's my number one.
Apple Jacks.
That's
Apple
how
Jacks,
I know you're losing it.
Apple Jacks is on my list, man.
There's no apples in Apple Jacks, bro. They're delicious.
This is
the most hotly.
Reason it should be.
This is the most hottest debate.
Dude, Apple Jacks should not be on anyone's. It should be maybe top 10.
Apple Jacks is great. I love Apple Jacks, man. I'm not
top 10.
If you got Fruit Loops in your top 3, I have an issue because Apple Jacks fucking like trumps fucking Fruit Loops because it's the same shape, just Fruit Loops doesn't taste as good as Apple Jacks.
No, Fruit Loops is better than Apple Jacks.
Oh, I'm gonna fight you.
Intense fruity flavor.
No.
Okay. All right,
I'll take Tricks over fucking Fruit Loops.
Yeah, same thing. It cuts over. All right, I'm gonna switch. Fruity Pebbles, and Frosted Mini Wheats. And my last one, I'll go Frosted Flakes. I like Frosted Flakes.
I don't know about Frosted Mini Wheats, man. It's like eating wicker baskets.
I love it, man. Look,
Frosted Mini Wheats? Yeah.
I feel like a big man.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. That's right.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I get that. Oh, so good. All right, highly contested debate. Captain Crunch Berries.
All Crunch Berries.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Get the all Crunch Berries, you'll go crazy.
Krista Carlson just Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, dude. Hey, those marshmallows, they have a special tech. You got to catch them when they're not too hydrated, but not too dehydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little crunch to them. A little
tooth peel.
Does Alex go to Costco and buy like the massive omnibus size, thing, like a 3-pack that has all the...
I forgot. That brings up something on how Holbrook's IMDb that he did a show called Omnibus. Did you notice that on his IMDb? I forgot to talk about that.
Hey, I do like Davis's like approach though. Like, I wonder, does Alex, like when he goes to McDonald's, he goes and ask him what size, he says omnibus. Give me the big.
All of them together in one thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Probably when he was in the lady, he just yells that out at some
secret menu. Did we just lose Ray?
Ray, yeah. I was like, what happened? Are you?
I had to let
got him.
Pick him out.
Fruit Brute. This is round out my top 3.
Fruit Brute. Wait a minute. Fruit Brute. What the fuck is Fruit Brute?
That was the Count Chocula family of that was like the werewolf one.
Oh no shit!
Man, that's wild.
Yeah, that's good.
We're gonna go there.
I remember that one.
You gotta go with the Legend of Zelda cereal. I mean, come on.
Those were good, man. The C-3POs back in the day were fucking excellent, and Mr. T's were fucking good.
Mr. T's were good.
Dude, Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah.
That's fucking good one. Yeah, good call, Krista. Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds.
Ghostbusters.
Yes, very good.
With almonds.
Omnibus is
Omnibus
the
is the
all he does is omnibus.
He just walks into places and says, "What would you like?" Omnibus. All the food comes in one.
All right.
What's your biggest collection of food? That's awesome. All right, cool. All right, great cereal debate. Shout out to everyone watching the show, and shouting out to everyone sharing and telling their friends about us. That's awesome. Liking the videos. That's really very cool. Appreciate it. All the shops that support us.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't help but interrupt you, but can we do a top 10 cereal show maybe, and then we
did.
We bring it. No, top 10, not top 3.
Oh, so we can find out how much of a psycho I am because I have Apple Jacks in my top 3.
Exactly.
Serial killer, man.
And I want to see it. We just sit there and we have to sit there and we have to have the bowls of cereal.
Dude, I'm gonna start eating cereal. I will start eating cereal on fucking camera, dude. Like if having that long of a discussion, I cannot not eat
man,
cereal.
if you were like a Japanese girl doing that on camera, you'd make so much money, man.
OnlyFans, baby.
Pulp Fiction, Eric Stoltz eating Fruit Brute.
Then I don't know if it's a real cereal. Then
no,
I don't think he. Fruit Brute. It doesn't like Tarantino use like fake brands and everything.
No, Fruit Brute is real. There's like a fucking. I had that figure of the mascot, dude. Like
I don't remember it.
The fuck, Rick. So yeah, shout out to everyone helping out with the show and liking.
It is.
Yeah, check out our the WandaVision after show, WandaVisionaries. We have a special guest on Friday, our friend Sarah, she might be making an appearance. She's been studying hard all week, so she's going to be jumping on there talking some WandaVision. Check that out for sure. Check back out us every Tuesday, 8 p.m. For our live show. Just so you know, hey, we're still in a pandemic. It's affecting some people. Just send some love to our friend Crystal. She's dealing with some stuff right now, and we're sending a lot of love to her. We care, and we're rooting for you, and we're sorry you have to go through all this shit. It's affecting people, so it's not over yet, folks. You look at some parts of the country, it's back to normal, but it's not there. We're not there yet, so we gotta see. We gotta keep this going, man. Keep wearing your mask. Keep if you do go out, support these small businesses and get some food from takeout. These small restaurants and these small shops. Try to spend some money, man. And a lot of these places are doing curbside. If you don't feel comfortable going in there, you can call ahead and tell them to pull some stuff for you. Keep these comic shops in business and these small businesses, man. Support them as much as you can because we want to see these after when this is all over. We want these businesses to still be there. And a lot of these places are struggling, man. They're not getting help from anywhere else. So we're going to have to do this ourselves, man. So, if you can get a chance to go buy something local, small shops, do it as much as you can, please. And it's convenient for a lot of people to order on Amazon. I order from Amazon and shit too. Hey, man, if you can, you get the means and you can do it, support small business and wear your goddamn mask.
Right? Are any of the vendors, any comic book shops, do they go through Amazon?
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Yeah. Always look first if you can. If you're looking up something, try to if you have a comic shop around you, call them up. Say, hey, do you have this book? I'm looking for. You're gonna pay. You're not gonna pay the Amazon price, but you're that one book probably will help them out and probably hopefully stay open. So support them as much as you can. Just shout out everybody helping out with the show. Appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that's watching and listening and joining in the chat. Appreciate it. And look out for some more stuff, man. We're working on stuff, man. Big things coming up for us, and we're it's gonna be the year SF Comic Book Company. It's gonna be our year. We're gonna fuck some shit up. Check us out. You guys have a good week. Thanks to Juan, thanks to Davis, and thanks to the effortist of Grace and Rick. He's the best. All right, we'll see you guys next week, and be safe and love each other and be cool and enjoy the Super Bowl this week. And you guys have a good week.
Bye, guys.